are Squawking Dead. And welcome to another week where we cover the mid-season finale of Fear the Walking Dead. With me now, aside from me, David Cameo, is Rachel Burt. We got Meg the Geek. And how y'all doing so far?
Hey guys.
Hello.
Yeah. So I'm sad to see that we are kicked off of the Sunday platform. It makes me very, very sad because I kind of liked our little spot in the clouds.
Yeah, you Talking Dead.
Yeah, taking the plush seats in the house. I'm like, yeah, I could get used to this, but all of a sudden, no, I got to move aside for Nosferatu and then Talking Dead. So look who got knocked off the top spot, along with it's Nosferatu that has the top spot. It's not even Talking Dead anymore. Who's in charge? Who's in charge at AMC? I want to know. So I think we have a little bit of news. Okay, I do want to start off by allowing Rachel to take the floor a little bit so that she can talk about her campaign. I have in the description of every show, and we have until August to make this happen. Well, actually, what date in August are you going to go until, or is this going to be at any point which you get the funds required to do this?
Well, I mean, I'm hoping to hit my goal before the end of August, but I mean, I guess in my mind I was, giving myself till August 31st, the whole month, but
okay.
I don't know, I wanted to hit it before that, but if not,
tell the people what it's about. Like it's the first time.
Oh yeah. I'm raising some money for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. These kids need a lot of stuff. They come in, I mean, nobody knows your kid's going to get sick. These people are on it. If you need something, they're going to be there to take care of your child. As far as I know, a lot of them, I don't want to say volunteer, but a lot of the stuff is donated and time is volunteered there. And so the money that we donate can go a long, long way. They always need new medical equipment. I mean, everything, there's disposable things too, needles, tubing, things like that need to be replaced constantly. Donations go to help towards that. Kids get, stuffed animals as comfort items. So donations go to that as well. If I can reach my goal of $5,000, hopefully with help, I'm going to reward everyone by allowing them to watch me shave my head. Anybody who knows me knows that my hair is pretty dang important. So it might not seem like a big deal to everybody. Oh, big deal, she's shaving her head. But honestly, it's my hair is kind of who I am. So it's going to be a big deal. There probably will be tears.
Yeah. Is it cosmetologist? Is that what it is? Is that what you do?
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a cosmetologist.
I didn't want to get that term wrong. Yeah. But yeah, that being the all-inclusive you is your hair, your look, etc. And so demolishing that down is a pretty big deal. We posted a montage of all the different hairstyles like a little while back, but I will post I'll post it in the stories again at some point soon. Because I mean, we're going to be taking a hiatus come the end of next week, I think. Because we're going to do this episode today covering the mid-season finale, and we're on purpose not going to be talking about the trailers that came out for SDCC. We're going to be saving that for a whole other episode and hopefully it's a shorter episode. I say that all the time, and it's never the case, but hopefully it's a shorter episode but unfortunately, from the look of at least the TWD trailer, there's just a lot to unpack.
Every time you say shorter episode, it ends up being 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And already I know.
Thank God I'm off the next day.
There's a lot of research that I have to do. Hey, I'm the one who has to edit these things afterwards. So two this week is going to be murder on me. But we're going to do it. We'll do it, and it'll get done. Some special shout outs to Rachel Bird, who just joined the Facebook chat.
Yeah.
Welcome, Rachel.
My pal from Brooklyn, Chris Camerata. Hey, what's up, bro? You say bro, it's what you do. And then Tom O'Mara, first top spot, Tom. That's what we should call him, Top Spot Tom. Don't do that. Okay, scratch, rewind.
That's just going to boost the ego up. Don't do that.
No.
Tom's pulling out the claws already. When you say short, I think Meg.
I need.
Claws are out.
Skid mark. Well, no, it's not my fault.
And
we
have
our first
quit. We have our first I quit of the episode.
Well, all right.
Hey, good things come in small packages. So
well,
I'll dig it.
Speaking of something small, I know that you. you have a promo to actually do.
I'm not commenting on that one. And cut.
Well, none of us are ones to talk except for Rachel. Forget you. But
Dave, you don't have much room to talk in that department.
we're the short people in this conversation too. So
This is the first time ever I've been the tallest person in any group ever.
yeah,
Own it, girl.
It's
own
wild.
It, own it.
well, welcome to Munchkin Land.
We
It's fun. I can finally see over the crowd. This has never happened.
Uh,
So you'd like to thank all the little people.
Yes, I would like to thank all the little people.
big fish, small bowl. Anyways, so yes, Meg, you do have a promo as well, right? You mentioned something about
Yes.
like Walker Stalker stuff you got for free.
Well, kind of for free, kind of not. Okay, so I went apeshit at this one store, at this one vendor, and they had a bunch of mystery bags, and I think I bought like 8 or 9 of them. Yes, 8 or 9 mystery bags, and there was probably like $30 worth of stuff in each bag, so I got a lot of stuff, and some of it was duplicates. And fun fact, because I bought so much stuff, they gave me 2 boxes free of Carol's cookies. So yay! So now I have my own Carol's cookies.
Are they like
But,
branded and
so-
everything too?
It literally, I will take a picture and post it. They're pretty
Yes.
cool looking.
Okay.
But because I got so much stuff and some of it was duplicates, and in honor of SDCC, all the trailers that launched, I want to do a giveaway of some of this Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead stuff I got. So maybe like 6 to 7 items. I'll probably launch the giveaway Tuesday or Wednesday. I kind of forgot what day we're on. Monday. We're on Monday. So probably Tuesday or Wednesday I'll post it. And
Of this week.
yeah, of this week. And
Okay.
I'll probably run the contest till maybe like the beginning of August because I'm on vacation next week. So
So you have 6 prizes. Do you want to do like 2 a week kind of thing?
well actually I have so much stuff I can run
Okay.
like 3 contests between now and like when Walking Dead comes back.
Okay. I think you should
Like,
give them a
it's
short
that
time
much
too.
stuff.
Screw them. I think you should give them like a small time frame. And with
Well,
a
I'm
count,
busy
with one of those
between now and-
countdowns, like, oh, time is running out. Get me followers.
And the end of the month I'm really busy because like my birthday's the end of the month. So that's why I'm thinking like the end of the month I'll do it just because I'm really busy. But it's going to be like a lot of stuff. And I don't know if anybody here listens from outside of the country. I will try to be able to do it internationally. I don't think the shipping will be too much, but I know for a fact it'll be available to anyone in the US.
At the very least.
At the very least.
Because the shipping's ridiculous.
That and I quit are just my slogan.
It's just the little inside jokes that we have about the merch store, by the way.
Ridiculous.
At squawkingdead.com, hit the main menu and click the merch. Bill Cosby all of a sudden.
Oh god.
Anyway, so yeah, get some merch.
Oh wait, to
Oh,
You
find
have a
that
cool shirt
promo-
like this.
Oh, I forgot about my own thing, by the way.
Wait.
Oh yeah, but let's go to Meg.
to find where that promo is, go to Meg the Geek on Instagram, and that's where you'll find it.
I just commented on
There
the
we go.
Instagram stream because Bridget Kareen actually asked about
Oh.
that. So she wants to get some of your action, your carols. She wants to get some of your cookies.
Sorry, my cookies are not available.
The store is closed.
That shop closed up.
Yeah. Oh, and Tom says a small quote unquote time frame. That's my bad. I opened the door to that.
Tom actually DM'd me the other day.
Yeah.
I know you want to get to your stuff. Should I say this? He DM'd me saying that he found a something at the store, and he shows me the color tops version of Madison, and I have 2 of them. And
Oh.
he said that he's gonna torture them, and I said, "Don't you torture Madison."
Like,
And then he joked because I laughed at his comments,
I'm gonna.
even though I said, "Don't hurt my Madison."
He's like, I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna burn her just to prove that she's dead.
Oh my gosh. I just pictured Sid from Toy Story.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god.
That's exactly what
Oh
I
my god.
pictured.
We need to do a side by side.
Burn them all.
All right, who's getting on that? Meg, you got this one. Just do an edit of Tom with Sid burning a Madison toy.
I'll make that happen. As long as he films it, I will make that happen, and I will do it through my tears.
Oh no. What is it? It's Tears Day. They're delicious. Anyways. Okay,
It's
so
better than Carol's cookies.
yeah. Yeah, take one or the other. I'll take the tears. Thanks. So actually we had our own actually bit of news. So TeePublic had a sale like for the last like 5 days where I make no money, and I already make no money and now I make less money. and so what it is in honor of that sale, I actually on the last day we released a Fear the Walking Dead season 5 design. So basically the logos that we're using on Instagram, on Facebook, etc., all that kind of yellowish design with the red kind of sunburst letters. So we got that on at the merch store. Now, keep in mind that T-shirt's a really bright and uncomely yellow. So, but as I kind of looked at it and kind of taking the time to actually to get used to it, I'm like, I can't wait to actually own one of my own, and I will be bringing that design to Walker Stalker in October, right? Mid-October?
Couple of months.
Yeah, so I'll probably be bringing a few. I might actually do a poll or some sort of tally on Facebook, because basically I want to figure out the common sizes that most people wear. So that it seems to be a lot of people wear a women's large and a men's large, I think too. It's an average. So I kind of want to figure that out, and then I'll bring a whole bunch and just to give away. Probably do a raffle or something like that. I don't even have a table, but I'll be walking around with a roll of tickets and stuff like that. Girl, I got your free shit. Here's a ticket. I'll be yelling out on the floor just the number. What does this mean? Who's this man yelling numbers? Oh, that's Dave from Squawky Dead. He doesn't have a home.
Shirts each, just toss them out to the crowd cannon style.
Oh my god! And then I got tackled by security because who the fuck are you? The man carried a loaded weapon in Walker Stalker. Oh man, T-shirt cannon cameo. So anyway, we're talking about Fear the Walking Dead season 5 mid-season finale. What I wanted to do was maybe point a gun at either one of you, probably Meg, and then find out where you want to start in the episode, because it's quite, just to kind of preface, for all the bitching and moaning about a non-fast-paced, just a drawn-out, character-heavy developing episodes, this one kind of did it, didn't it?
Oh, it made up for everything. Okay. You will not hear any bitching about the slowness from me this week. Okay, so I want to start with not exactly so much about anything that happened this kind of did happen in the episode.
Yeah, that's fine.
I really liked how this episode, it wasn't exactly all about the kids. In the past episode.
Where's Chris? Wait, are you Chris?
He's on Instagram.
It's not about the kids. Fuck them kids.
I swear Chris did not want me to say this. He did not say this. No, but in all the episodes, it's been for the kids. Fuck the kids. This time it's all about our group, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah. Speaking of the devil, he's in the Instagram chat right now. He's apologizing for not being able to watch
Chris,
the show.
Chris, I got you. Don't worry.
Yeah, she got you. Meg got you on the kids thing, so you're good.
No, I'm just happy that it's finally, about our group. Listen, I sound like they're our best friends, but it's about the main group finally. And half the time I was like, oh wait, where are these kids? Oh shit, they're on the plane.
I say the same
where
thing.
They belong.
Our group. It's our group.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So so you like that factor, because I guess it can't always be about the kids.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. I mean, don't fuck them, but fuck them. Yeah, New Jersey style. Wait, hold on. What is that?
Forget about
what do you expect?
Oh man, yeah, and Chris is saying, "Laugh my ass off for real, though." Those kids,
right?
Blank those kids.
Yeah.
There's no filter with me. You're just gonna get it.
Okay, I kind of want to comment on some. So okay, Dez is one of the stand-ins for Colman Domingo. He's in the Instagram chat. He's like, yo, they were all over the place on set.
I rest my case.
Oh man.
Oh man.
There had to be a few people in charge of the kids, I'm sure.
Maybe.
That would get pretty chaotic. I didn't even think about that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah,
the kids on set.
I mean, I guess they gotta have handlers too, right? So and
wranglers.
Wranglers. What are these, goats?
Sorry. My cat is being very persistent.
Which one of us has children?
Like Zoe.
Wait, which one of you said that? Because I was laughing so hard I didn't even see.
That was me.
I was like, okay, you obviously don't have kids.
No, that shit. No.
Actually, if you did have kids, that would make way more sense.
My dog is my kid.
You don't have leashes? What? Like, you ever see those moms in the mall with those leashes, those harnesses?
I was that kid.
Oh no! Tell us more about that, because I want to know.
I went to Florida when I was 4.
You don't
my mom
have
took me
to.
Disney.
I
had a
don't wave
leash
a
as a
magic
child,
wand
too.
and make
Come
you
on.
tell me your sordid past.
I'm white, of course. I had a leash.
You
as a
should
kid.
now. And now you're encouraged.
I can't breathe. Oh my god. No,
I just realized I can make her do anything.
I'll just quit. No, I'm kidding. No,
You
no,
are
really.
rehired.
I had a history of like running, like running essentially, and my mom put it on me so I didn't run away. Like, did you ever see that episode of Modern Family when they went to Disney and Lily would just like try to run? That was me.
Yeah. I
Did
didn't
you have the harness style?
What?
Was it the harness
I
style?
hope it was the hardest style.
It was the hardest style.
The alternative is not.
I had a wristband. I had a wrist one that connected to my
What
mom.
is harness style? I know there's a picture of me holding the leash. Let me go take a
man.
picture with one of the characters.
By the way, Tom says he quits, but just hearing all that.
my quote is effective.
Ooh.
So yeah, that's my leash story. I was very sheltered as a child.
Oh my god. Oh, so
Free therapy.
by the way, Des is saying the parents were with him, with them. They have some of them have handlers or chaperones and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
go figure. Oh man. Okay.
Hopefully they didn't have leashes.
Now that we're completely off the tracks, let's try to get back on. I mean, just to start from the beginning, there are some things like, okay, I love the way they opened up the episode with showing, like, taking the moment to take a step back, show the process of them trying to reach out to see if anybody needs help, and then you see the camera pan into the landscape, like the view that they have outside, and it kind of pans to present day. And then you see kind of Logan and you see the whole place wrecked. You know, they're trying to find something. And we know what that something is later on, and we're going to go into that because it becomes prescient midway into the episode at least. But like the thing that I like the most about that scene is that they're playing Depeche Mode's, like an acoustic version of Depeche Mode's Your Own Personal Jesus.
That was great.
Which just lines up exactly with a little bit how ridiculous, like it is. Not ridiculous, but like comically, like cosmically funny, like that song is compared to what they're doing and how frustrated they are trying to be your own personal Jesus.
I love that everyone was like, "Oh, if you need help, if you're sick, blah blah blah, we'll help." And Sarah's like, "We got beer."
It's a little sour, but you know, you once you get to the bottom, it's better. I want Sarah's beer. I'll just say that out loud.
I kind of want to try it.
Yeah. But you know, they've sold batches of Augie's Ale. Well, I don't know if they sold batches of Augie's Ale, but they've made it, and I forget who made it actually, and probably Des can, you know, they elaborate on that. But like, yeah, it's out there. Maybe it's a Texas thing, I think. But yeah, it exists in the world.
Oh.
I'm not much of a beer drinker too. I haven't had a. Are you guys beers drinkers or?
Not really.
Yeah, I'll drink beer.
I said beers drinkers. Are you beers drinkers?
Beers
How many beers
drinkers.
have you had today?
Juice drinks beers.
I've had a lot of marijuana lately. Anyway, not today, which explains a lot actually.
Just in general.
I gotta get rejacked. Anyway. Anyway, yeah, I'm a little slow today. Oh yeah, so
Great episode so far.
I wanted to actually also bring up something Tom said a couple weeks ago. Well, no, last week I think it was with Alicia's exposure, that whole thing, because it's stuck in my brain for a little while, and it goes to show that like maybe we shouldn't be so worried about Alicia, because like even Grace says it in the episode, like, I think you're going to be fine, and you'll be a lot better somewhere else instead of like within the path of that dust cloud. But like something, yeah, what Tom said was like time and exposure is really the crux of it. And Grace says it also during the episode. Well, you really got the blood, you didn't really get the material on you, so there's there's a gradient to where you'll survive. But the reason why I'm actually even bringing this up, because you all know this, but recently we had a death in the family, and this is gonna bum everybody out, and eventually I'll just do something stupid and make you guys laugh incidentally. But yeah, we had a death in the family. My wife's aunt had cancer when she was really young, like 17, 18, and 40 years ago, the radiotherapy was not as it was today. Now it's more targeted, oncology department. You don't have to have a hysterectomy, all that other stuff. And she passed recently. And the thing about that, her passing, was that because of the radiation that she received when she was much younger, it took like 40 years to catch up. And so thinking about this episode and thinking about recent history, and having to deal with like the time she had in the hospital, and then realizing how scary that is for that to happen, to have that experience and have her body break down all of a sudden, like all those times later, it just really got me thinking. I kind of wanted to talk about that, and if anybody else has that similar experience too, it's kind of, I'd really like to know, because it's really tough to deal with. Because you spend all this time in the hospital trying to figure out, plug one hole in the dam, and then just another two sprout up, and it's like, oh, it looks like pneumonia, but it's not pneumonia, but the last thing was pneumonia, and then your joints swell up, your skin gets bad, and it's just the whole thing. And it was like a really long time in the hospital. So I know it kind of brought the room down a little bit, but I kind of wanted to talk about that and how prescient that is and how that matches up with the episode too, because it's all these things you don't know, and then you start researching, and then things happen in real life to kind of confirm what you see in this episode. And maybe you shouldn't worry too much about Alicia for a long while, like as Tom said, like 20 years, at least 20 years. Yeah, time and distance. So thank you, Tom. Tom says sorry for your loss. Yeah, time and exposure. Now I need to log time and have exposure to my family, and just to be around them and help them through it. So yeah, bye. This episode's over. But yeah, I think I just felt like I couldn't do it. Like she'd passed like the week before last, and I kind of had to, show must go on Sunday, and it was kind of tough. But like just thinking about that last episode and not really immediately connecting with it, I thinking about it today and seeing Alicia in the shower. Okay, hold on a second. But seeing that her try to wash the guts off and everything, they're trying to deal and cope with that situation in the moment, really got me thinking of it. So, it goes to show you can really connect to the show in different ways from different angles, when you think about it. So, on another note, when Dylan and June are like hooking the cargo net to the back of the plane, there was this moment between them where Dylan kept asking questions and it looked like June was about to clock him until she sits him down and goes, I've had it bad, I'm having a bad day today. Like in my head, I'm like, so if you ask me another question, I'm just going to fuck you up, kid.
I would have been like, listen here, you little shit.
But June's not like that. June's not like
in
that.
In her head, that's what she said.
Yeah. No, you could actually visually kind of see it too. Like,
oh yeah, totally.
Just
definitely
like,
the thought process there.
How am I going to deal with this right now? My husband, my I guess not fiance or husband, but it was like my man is out there helping some other guy. I don't know why, and I got to deal with your trifling ass.
I'd rather be out there than in here.
Yeah, exactly. Which she says too, by the way. I know, it's just like, if you catch this episode again, just look at that moment where she's like, so how do you know he's going to survive? Well, but why? But why? But why? How do you know?
Why word? Oh my god.
But why is that?
But I like that they did that, because yes, they're on the apocalypse, but that is such a real world event. Like, okay, I don't have kids, but I've seen like my friends' kids like be like, "Mommy, but why? But why? But why?" It's like, shut up.
Yeah, it's like a mountain of patience that you need.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Okay, hold on. I think I don't mind the kids, because you can't blame the kids, right? Okay, we're all in agreement. I guess you kind of sort of can't. But I blame the parents more.
Depends on what age.
Yeah.
Of
the parents?
Of the children.
No, I know.
Of the children. Yeah.
You wouldn't blame Annie.
And the parents. No, I would throw that into a factor. Yeah. And the parents.
Yeah, because I mean, the parents should know better, right? like inflicting their children on others. Right? You're a parent.
You would think that most parents would know that they have an annoying child, but they do not, because that's their child. So they assume everyone loves their child just as much as they do. They don't.
That's interesting. So how do you deal with that? Or do you don't? I guess it's the whole mutually agreed.
Fake it till you make it.
I guess it's like the mutually agreed on thing that every parent is going to inflict their children on other human beings, basically. And if you're another parent, there's a chance that you'll get it and be like, I guess that's just what has to happen. You know, our children are like remote control cars that have no like control, and they're just out there in the world bumping into each other, hopefully not having other little cars before it's time.
And the driver of that car always gets blamed for what it hits.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then there's a whole parent thing.
If I was even thinking about having kids, you guys are not doing a good job at selling it.
No. If you don't want kids, don't have kids.
Oh, I'm not.
Please
but
don't
this is like
kids.
a whole what not
to tell everybody that.
Don't have kids 101.
Yeah.
You know, for all the downside, there's a lot of upside. You just don't hear about it as often.
Yeah. Because it's not something you can put into words, it sounds like. I mean, for the most part.
True.
And it's all personalized too. So
yeah, if you have nieces and nephews, you know that's a little part of it because they are a part of you. You know, it's that kind of love.
Yeah, I got that. Well, actually, Meg, do you have any siblings?
No.
Do you have any cousins?
Yes.
Oh, a shit ton.
No, I do actually. One's got like a 2-year-old with another on the way, so that's like the closest I'm getting to an aunt.
Hey, that's close enough, and you're still young too. So speaking of love, Morgan and Alicia. No, I'm kidding. But Morgan does allude in the car as they finish up, wash up, she changes, that he will be training her in the stick, the ways of the stick, Aikido.
We're going to talk about that in the next episode.
Yeah, you do see shots of it in the in some of the sneak peeks for the next episode, like a quick shot. But how excited are you for that? There's like a lot of potential for dialogue, and
I just hope it doesn't turn into like what happened with Henry.
Right?
Oh man, wow, that went to someplace else that I wasn't expecting. Why would you say that?
Look what happened.
So just don't go to Virginia. You'll be fine. Next case.
Thank you. Next. Never going to Virginia ever again.
Oh,
I'm really excited. I think Alicia is going to kill it with that stick. Very intended.
Look how quick she mastered this weapon.
Yeah, I almost thought,
I think it's going to be awesome.
I almost thought, like, in Freakish Order saying the same thing, seeing Morgan and Alicia training is immensely satisfying. Lol. And
like Morgan tried to teach Nick at one point last season, if I'm not mistaken.
He started off slowly by giving him the Art of Peace. Is that right? Art of Peace? Yeah. By Morihei Ueshiba. Yeah, I remembered it.
Try saying that 10 times fast.
I have it right there.
I have the prop version from the supply drop.
Oh,
yeah, that's what
like this tall.
The little one.
Didn't you open that on air? Somebody did. Oh, no, I think somebody else had that.
Yeah.
Was that you?
I've been trying to do live unboxings.
Interesting.
But they only come every 3 months, so it's hard to hype.
Don't worry, I'll talk to you after the show about that.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. I'm really excited about that too. There's so much potential though. But you were going to say something. One of you. This is the part where I'll cut it out. I'll cut this out. Yeah. Okay, fine. So Clash of the Truckers. We've got Logan and Sarah butting heads. Did you think for just a hot second that like Sarah was just going to clock him off? Just like,
yes. I was hoping it would happen.
Oh man, no, she was too emotional.
well, what made you think? What made you think she stopped? Like, what got you? Because it looked like she was going to at first. Like, you and me gonna have words, basically. but like, what do you think stopped her?
Okay.
I mean, either one of you, if you want.
I think she maybe realized brute force wasn't going to work with him and was going to try a different approach and maybe get him in the feels. You know, it worked for her. It worked for the kids. It's been working so far. So maybe it'll work on him.
Keep playing that card.
But you got to have a soul first. So
Yeah. You got to dip your toe in those waters and find out. Ooh, this is hot.
Can we talk about who the group was with Logan, though? Because I'm a little confused.
Yeah, why not?
So was I the only one surprised to find out he was a victim here?
I don't know if I fully believe that.
That's kind of the question, isn't it?
They punched him.
Right.
We had evidence of
Who
them
punched
assaulting him.
Right. No, I agree with that, but we're kind of led to not always believe what we see in this show. So, yes, we do see him getting punched, but I don't know. I don't know if I fully believe it.
Did we see him getting punched?
I thought we did.
Or did we just see the black eye? I don't remember seeing the punch.
I could be fully wrong. So then maybe he could have inflicted the punch to himself.
Oh, bye, Des.
Yeah, no, I was going to say about him in the text. But yeah, that's that. I think I'm on the same page as you. I mean, if it's like a 50-50 kind of thing and you have to kind of gun to your head decide, I'm probably going to be more on the side of him being a victim, actually.
No.
I mean, he comes from these kinds of roots where, like, he was on board with Clayton at first, with Polar Bear, and then like at some point, people were getting killed, and he decided to be practical. And I also think like part of the reason why Sarah doesn't go after him also is because she's there. If you look at them side by side, it's it's like the opposite colors, like blue hat, red hat. They're almost like mirror images, except they're on the other side of the looking glass.
Mm-hmm.
One's looking at the future, one's looking at the past, and wondering what could be. Also, there's a lot of that going on in this episode, and I'll explain a little bit more later on, as we go through it. But like, you do get a sense of like, I know what it's like on the other side. I've been there. And then like Logan's looking at the other side, like, yeah, I know what that was like too, and I don't want to be back there. Like, I don't want to go back to helping people. And so I don't think Sarah can blame him for not wanting to help also, too. And I don't think Logan goes after her, for doing what she does. Because he could have, too, by the way. He could have, like, held on to her, tried to find out where whatever it was that he was looking forward to. But he was just leaving. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. It does make you think, though.
Was he alone at that point? And if so, or if he wasn't alone at that point, how did he then later, get away from these people to meet up with the rest of our group?
Yeah.
That was the one sketchy thing that I thought,
a little too far-fetched.
And
a little too convenient.
Also, are they all in their own rigs too, or are they all in the back of that rig? That's what I was thinking also. Because I don't remember that first episode and how that shook out.
In the first episode, I thought I remember several rigs, at least 2 or 3.
I think you're right.
But then I only remember seeing one leaving. So
yeah, there was the MRAP and there was the semi for our group.
Oh, okay. So there were 2 vehicles
already.
Okay.
So then like it makes me think, okay, was the third the one, and then they were all in the back, or do they have a bunch of them? Because it's not even also clear whether they're all truckers, too. It sounds like Logan picked these guys up from somewhere. Or maybe in fleeing from from Martha. Like, he fell into, like, this other group. So there's a lot to go on here. And there's a lot of reasons
they found him.
Yeah. There's a lot of reasons to believe and to not believe him, too. So.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Next time.
I want to believe him. That's why I'm going to take this position.
It's
but
so
I understand I could be let down.
Yeah, I mean, looking at that,
prepared for that.
Looking at the photo with he and with Mo Collins and Matt Frewer, I was just like, I don't know how you're standing right now, because my breath would be out of my body and would not be able to go back in. There's just something about being next to somebody that's seen so much film history that just fly on the wall. Like, I want to know what this guy is like. And like, apparently, like, I mean, I was talking to Des at some point offline. He's like, he's like an awesome dude to hang around with on set too. So like I kind of want to know.
Of course.
So,
Of course he's awesome.
yeah, exactly. So anyway, and then we find out, like, eventually we do find out about the gas going bad first from John and Dwight. Like, they're trying all the cars, and some of them do have gas, and then even the car that they used to get away from the parking lot, which of course happened to have the candies in the front dash. Yeah, that car, the gas was going bad. So I wanted to make a a special point to kind of point you out, Rachel, because I know you mentioned this before, right?
Oh, the gas going. Yeah. How much longer the gas would really work for.
Yeah. Were you a Z Nation fan too, or I forgot?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, 'cause I think they mentioned it in that show as well, right? The gas going bad.
I think so. Yeah. That's probably what made me think of it on this show. Yeah.
I think so too. So yeah, and this is like along with a bunch of other things like the lack of ammunition in this world, or like eventually, because like by the time season 8 rolls around, but like when we get into the swing of season 9, then they have the time jump. That's when you start to realize that ammunition is an all-time low. Cars don't work, so they have to use horses, buggies, that sort of thing. Seem to be more sustainable. So yeah, they're in for quite the ride. If gas is already going bad, and that's why they have to switch to horses and stuff like that, you know, that's like kind of like the beginning of the end too. And it's kind of like something that I brought up before too, and I'll bring it up again. But when season 9 rolled around and we realized that the bridges were out because of the hurricanes, I love that this thing is being latched onto. It's like canon now that the hurricane accelerated the entropy that this world's become. Like the decay, the gradual decay was accelerated because of this hurricane. And Logan has never said it, you know, it was never more obvious than when Logan said it at the end of the episode. It's like, this destroyed everything. You know, this is like the beginning of the end. And just the hurricane made everything worse. And that's why this region exists where, you know, you couldn't get out without a plane or get in or out without a plane. And then on top of everything, fuel goes bad. So like it's just like compounding. And like, and not to bring up too much about TWD season 10, but there's a whole thing about like the first bit of news that I got from TWD season 10, even pre-SDCC, was that article with Michonne, that first look. Like, you guys saw that? It's in our Instagram actually from like last week. And in the article it mentions fire, and like you in a normal civilized pre-apocalypse universe, a fire could be put out, but like in a universe with like scant resources like the post-zombie apocalypse, a fire could mean like the end of everything.
Well, we saw that in Fear the Walking Dead. I think it was, I want to say maybe season 3 at Brokejaw.
Oh,
at the ranch.
You're saying
when that couple, when that couple killed themselves and the fire struck, and they started using the water, and they're like, stop using it. We don't have enough.
Right, just have to let it burn.
So we're kind of teased a little bit with that.
Well, yeah, they had the additional problem of having a drought. I think, right? Am I mistaken?
I don't remember.
Like water was scant. Well, that's that's what set up the dam as being this resource too, right? Because of the endless abundant supply of water to the region. So,
But I want to know is, okay, I love that, you know, we're starting to use, at least in Walking Dead, I almost said Talking Dead, they're starting to use all the horses. Then how is Daryl still able to ride his motorcycle?
Oh, ethanol. Well, there's a lot more miles. Oh, okay. So ethanol, actually, I don't think ethanol goes bad because it's an alcohol-based fuel. I know a little bit about this. So there's like it's pure octane. It doesn't go bad necessarily, and any worse than like whiskey would go bad over time. Do you know what I mean? Like you could use moonshine to power.
I put premium gasoline in my motorcycle. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, premium is just like further refined gasoline.
That's what my motorcycle takes.
So this is
like, if you think about it, like, what if a battery goes bad? You can't replace the battery. What if like it's like, I don't really know a lot of car parts, but like, what if like a belt goes bad or something? You can't just easily go to the mechanic and replace it.
No.
Look, I
no.
don't
You
really
could
know a lot
hope to
about
take
cars.
one from another.
I would even
You
say,
hope to
but
take one from another vehicle, but
They
Yeah.
can't always match up.
and even over
Right.
time, those
They
belts,
won't.
like if you're talking about belts specifically, even over time, those belts will crack. You know, even new.
Exactly.
So
Mhm.
there you go.
yeah.
So I think it's just kind of the one thing that everybody who's a fan of these shows just kind of overlooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the one part of like the inaccuracy of it.
Yeah. Daryl's motorcycle would use a lot less gasoline, and motorcycles have much, much better mileage than a car or
Absolutely.
any other vehicle.
Oh,
I literally, I'll fill my tank up and it'll last me 3 weeks.
that's awesome.
With daily use, right?
I mean, pretty much, unless it's raining.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It makes sense. And then if you're using ethanol instead of gasoline, instead of petrol, I mean,
Probably even better.
Yeah, I mean, if you tune your engines, this is like something I've learned. If you tune your engines to actually accept the higher octane that ethanol provides, you'll not only have a better performing motorcycle, you'll have like a way more long lasting fuel source too. So, yeah, it's just
The more you know.
and I think that's what they're going to be mining. I think that's the resource that they're specifically after, because like what they were using in The Walking Dead, at least in the beginning of the season, was like corn-based ethanol, I think it was. And the stocks were going bad, and they couldn't produce, the saviors couldn't produce enough, and it was like the beginning of the decline, basically. So, and Maggie didn't want to help him out because they're like, we don't need ethanol, fuck you. we'll do the farming by hand, just so that the saviors suffer. Like, okay, mean bitch, that's fine. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping it's that. If it's not, that would be even more interesting. Like, what if the resource that they were after was like, oh, it's a nuclear powered engine? I'm like, oh, I don't want to deal with this shit again. Fuck
Get
out of
too old for
here.
this shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Or this would go like to the point of like our last few episodes. What if the fuel source is Madison? Like, we should end every segment. We should end every segment with what if the fuel source is Madison, or like what if something is Madison?
What if it was Madison?
Yeah. I'm here.
I was
now.
Madison.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
What if Meg is Madison?
What if I was Madison?
Hold on, let me just click a few things. Like, what if I just, I hung you up and then Madison popped up in your place? That would be amazing. I'd have
That
so
would
many
be
questions.
Look, I'm good with technology, but I'm not that good.
You're welcome. Milani's laughing. I actually borrowed that from Tom. Basically, he said, was Madison still alive in this episode? In that episode? Oh, Brookshire
I'm
Ranch.
not entirely hung up with Madison, okay?
Yeah.
Madison should be skid mark food.
Oh well, that's going to become. Shit.
It's not like I wake up in the morning, I'm like, Madison?
Madison is kibbles and bits. Charcoal kibbles and bits.
Barbecue style.
Smoked. Hickory
Available
smoke.
at your local nuclear plant.
I have
Ooh.
nuclear pants. Anyway, yes.
Yeah, but can we just say that, like, I loved how Strand, like, referenced Madison?
Yeah, we can go there. We
Like,
can go
that
there.
was very, like, sentimental. And I
Yeah.
may or may not have shed a tear.
It's the way he did it too. Like the execution was just perfect. Like, like Alicia's like, what did she exactly say? She comes in, she goes, I think everything's okay. They're all strapped in or something, and then he kind of just grabs her. Like,
Kids are
before she
buckled in,
goes.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it. Kids are, and she kind of just
grabbed him.
grabs her like that. He goes, like he like the hands like this. He's like, your mother would be proud. And she goes, what does she say?
It's not just me or something.
Not just me. Not
Yeah,
just
pretty
me.
much not just me. Yeah.
And then
Because
that
he's
look.
come a long way.
Yeah, back and forth. Yeah, it's just that how he did that is like, God damn it,
Yeah.
we
You
did
could
it.
tell that he was, like, really into that scene, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were both. It was spooky.
They did
Oh, I just
great
got
in
the
that
chills.
moment.
Well, I mean, it also kind of makes me want to go back, like seeing that scene and then like coming back from like seeing like John and June almost like not
that-
make it.
That was heartbreaking.
Like
Oof, John and June got me.
It was that when it got me. It got me when Garrett's just kind of like he's got that walkie kind of the side of his head, like flicking it back and forth, going, "Whoo." That got me.
Oh, that little noise. I mean, oh my gosh, like, I knew that feeling. Like, as soon as he did that, like, I knew
that
what
noise
he was
too.
feeling, and oh my gosh, Garret Dillahunt is just
that was like, I think one of the best
amazing
scenes in the whole episode.
Yeah, because he's just so, he's so subtle too. Like, he doesn't punch. It's like the Daniel school, right? Like, remember we were talking about the Daniel school of acting? Just he keeps it kind of grounded, and then pops when he needs to pop, and come back down. Pops. It doesn't. He doesn't take you like you see Colman Domingo sometimes, and it's just a little. He's over exaggerated, and as well he should be. His character is just a little too much. But then, like Daniel, it's just like he's like a waltz. It's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's all in good time, and it's like hits the right notes, the right spots. But like Garret Dillahunt's kind of similar. Like, and like think of how powerful that one scene, because it made me think of that scene in the episode Lore of last year. Like just that one scene, how he played it. He's like, I don't want you to go. Cause he's like, I forget exactly what he says, but it was just like, cause like I didn't want to hold you back because cause I love you, and it was just like the way he kind of snuck it in, like almost a kid, like trying to not admit his feelings for fear that like, maybe it will make you not want to stay or go or whatever. Well, I want you to. It's just like excessive.
I love how Jenna explained on Talking Dead about how she filmed that scene. How they were like, "Do you want Garret off screen?" She's like, "No." Yes. She wanted it to be as raw as possible. And she pulled that off perfectly.
Yeah, she's like yelling into the ether, like knowing she can't hear him. He can't hear her.
And I like how she described how like the camera operator and the focus puller were her scene partners, and I thought that was really well explained.
Oh, by the way, at Steady One is the camera operator. That's just a little factoid. he's a cool dude. They brought him on, I think, from like from the time they were down in Mexico, and then he just stayed on. I think he's becoming a U.S. citizen. So that kind of cool little factoid in the process. But he's an awesome dude too. But yeah, I don't know. Just that whole scene was just because you saw that in Talking Dead, how she explained the process, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was really cool.
It's funny. Throughout this whole apocalypse, I always used to say Glenn and Maggie were my top couple, but thinking it's John and June now. I'm pretty sure.
What do you say? What do you say about that, Rachel?
I said it used to be.
I'm feeling gears grinding here. I'm feeling.
Wait, are you ever shown?
No. Glenn and Maggie.
Yeah.
If June and John can trump Glenn and Maggie, I don't know. I'm gonna say.
It's hard, isn't it? It's a hard one.
I'm gonna say no. No, okay. Maggie and Glenn are still my favorite couple.
Not anymore,
besides Daryl and Carol, but
yeah, but they're not actually.
We're gonna talk about that next episode, though. We'll talk about that next episode.
Yes, we are gonna save this conversation for the trailers.
Rachel, you're gonna be on next episode, right?
I think all six of us. I think all 6 of us are gonna be on. By the way,
it's gonna be a great episode.
I cannot wait.
I think I literally squealed and screamed when I watched the trailer, and then again at the very end.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
and if Freakish Order.
Wait a few more days.
And if Freakish Order is still on here, she has an awesome edit of that. Not of that last scene, but what that represents. Oh, it's just really, really great.
Okay.
You gotta check it out.
I'll have to find. I follow Freakish Order. Yeah, I follow her.
Yeah. So. No, but I wanted to kind of. I guess I can't bring that up because I do want to bring that up eventually, but.
No, we gotta say that all for one thing.
Yeah, because it's gonna be a big one too. We're gonna it's gonna be like Avengers like Civil War style. We're all gonna be charging each other.
Right, Dave. Don't you remember our short episode when we covered the trailer?
that was awesome.
I think about 3 hours long.
I'm so glad we did.
It was just me and you. Our short episode.
We like uncovered a lot of shit too. Like that, I think we were mostly right about. by the way.
I think so too. We called a lot of stuff from the trailer. Yeah.
Kids, remember kids? I was right about the kids.
Yep. We're still unsure about Logan, though. That's still, I feel like up in the air.
I think we've changed so
I'm
many
not
sides.
Oh, man.
Is he the
I
big
know,
bad?
I'm just hopeful.
Yeah, I'm hopeful that he's not also.
Or with the big bad. I don't know. He could be with the big bad, but not necessarily bad himself. There's so many things that could be going on.
I have a theory about that, but we'll see when we talk about the end of the episode.
Okay. No, that's fine.
We're almost there, aren't we?
It's not. I don't have that much notes.
In my notes, I'm like halfway through.
I know. We're all over my notes.
Yeah,
we've hit that.
I'm
hit
the
that,
same.
Not that.
But I did want to point out two things in this episode that like happened in almost the same exact ways, in two instances, in almost two opposite kind of scenarios. You have a truck screeching onto the runway.
I noticed that.
Right. First was Daniel, and the second
it's like
was
they repeated
Logan.
the footage.
Oh.
A different truck.
Oh yeah.
But different time of day and for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
One whose motives and they're both kind of like these, you don't know where their allegiances lie kind of characters. I mean, you have a stronger sense with Daniel, but he hasn't always been 100% on the level. Like throughout his history, you can easily say, because you know his history, you can sneak in a part where you don't know where he's going to land, right? But with Logan you don't know his history, but he kind of comes off as somebody that wants to help, but we don't really know. We have no reason to really believe him. And yet with Daniel, we as viewers have reason to believe Daniel. Although, so it's like, there's also like, we talk about yin and yangs this whole season, like with Dwight and Dorie, and now we have it with Daniel and Logan in a kind of weird way. Right?
It's one you wouldn't have expected.
Yeah, and done in the same exact way with the truck like coming in hot from like out of nowhere onto the runway. I almost thought that Logan was going to run over the Christmas lights, and I would be really pissed. Like, you know how long it took them to string those lights? It took them a whole day.
Right.
Can we call Daniel Daniel Claus from now on?
Would you say Daniel Claus?
Instead of Santa Claus, Daniel Claus?
I like that. We need to make
Can we just call him Daniel Claus?
Daniel Claus?
Oh, so
here comes Daniel Claus. Here comes Daniel Claus.
So the first Photoshop is you need to put Tom next to Sid, a la Toy Story. Okay, and the second one is we need to Photoshop Daniel Claus somehow.
I'll just Photoshop Tom's face on Sid.
Okay, fair enough. But you have to make him do something sadistic, like burn Madison, basically.
Well, it'll be a scene of Sid with Tom's face.
What if Daniel is Madison? Sorry, I had to do it.
I hate you so much. I hate you. I quit.
I had to sneak that in before the Instagram stream stuff cuts out on us or something.
I should just come to Atlanta dressed as Madison.
Yes. All cosplays are Madison from now on.
Oh, man. Anyway.
I am actually going to try to do my very first cosplay in Atlanta.
Nice.
But we'll see.
That's going to be so great.
The episode.
Wait, actually, now that we're talking about this, Rachel, do you have any cosplay plans for when you're down there? I think you should. I mean, you've got the bald head.
Alpha.
Oh, that's true.
Debbie.
Well, just like do a Debbie, I guess.
Just do Debbie.
I could do a Debbie. Could do Alpha too.
Dave should be Beta.
Me? I'm teeny.
You got the beard.
I do want to do a Dale cosplay at some point.
Yes.
It just makes sense.
That would be awesome. Yes. That would be so awesome.
Like a bucket hat or a fisherman's hat. Yeah, I could pull it off.
Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah. I don't know. Cosplays are hard for me. I don't feel like I even remotely resemble anyone on any shows that I could even.
I'm actually really glad
you
said that. I'm really glad you said that because I'm a part of this group on Facebook. It's called it's either the Cosplaying Dead or the Cosplay Dead.
The Cosplaying Dead.
And yes, so you know the group.
Mm-hmm.
So I had always wanted to cosplay really badly, but because I'm bigger and heavier, I never really thought I can get away with it. And I really wanted to. So I keep seeing all these awesome cosplays. And everybody in the group is so supporting. They're like, it doesn't even matter if the items are like the same that the person wore. It doesn't even matter if you really look like them or not. Just do it. If it makes you happy, do it. So I think you should do it.
Yeah, that's one of our people's, Jessica T. Cause. is on there too.
I do have a Carol cosplay because I won. Okay, long story kind of short. I won some seats at a movie theater to watch the season 7 premiere and the finale, for that matter, at a movie theater. And when I went for the premiere, I dressed up like Carol and I brought cookies for everybody.
You have to be Carol then.
I could see that though.
My hair was also gray at the time. Like I was coloring my hair gray at the time, so it made sense that I could pull that off.
You know what? If you shave your head in August, by the time October hits, you'll be like around season 1 of Carol.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe even 2. My hair grows really fast.
Okay, so maybe
Really
season
fast.
2, but early Carol.
Yeah.
And that gives you a lot to play with. Because I was thinking of doing either Lori or early Tara.
Oh yeah. Oh, do Tara. Nobody likes Lori.
I've actually had this shirt. I think it was in season 4. Like Tara had this green button-down flannel, and I've had it in my Amazon cart for like 2 months.
Oh my god!
You got to get the orange sunglasses
You
too.
could totally pull a
I
Tara.
wore that in my photo op with her.
Yeah, she
And
had them on. Yeah,
It's like, can I keep
That
it?
was
I was like, yes.
of course.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, no, and get the Twizzlers. So yeah, no, I think I am gonna try to do Tara.
That's awesome. I think you should do it. It'll be awesome.
All right, I think I am.
Dave, did you see Wilani's comment? I did not catch this in the episode.
Oh, the A and B.
What's up?
Yeah. Logan
I'm
said
not on
A
the
and
chat,
B.
Someone tell me.
I think it was just laying out the options. I didn't really kind of connect it to
That's
anything.
what I'm talking about. That's
Okay.
that was my theory.
About like the way he laid
I think I
out
missed
the
that.
options.
Like A and B. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really. But do you want to explain how that whole scene lays out?
No.
Because that means remembering, and I can't do that.
Sorry.
Sorry.
And I didn't get to rewatch that clip at the second time.
So basically, okay. So Wilani's saying yes, you should do Tara, Meg. She said you should do Tara or Maggie. By the way,
Or Maggie.
She's like, she's giving you a little credit. That's
Okay.
Wilani for you. I'll tell you that much.
I think next year I'll probably do Maggie because Tara's gonna be easier to pull off because of Maggie's boots are like really expensive.
Maggie's
And
got
even-
longer hair in some seasons too.
Yeah, I'd
that's
probably
true.
do like
Mhm.
maybe like. Well, I'm gonna cut my hair, but I'll probably do Maggie next year.
There you go.
I'm not gonna go alpha, but I'll cut my hair
We got to get some of that Instagram stuff now.
a lot shorter.
Hold on a sec. Oh, this is gonna work out like clockwork.
I'm gonna try to find the picture.
And broadcast, and that's our first hour, peoples. There we go. We're back on Instagram in a second. That was really cool. Des, you know what Des also said while we were on the stream? He said, I really got to get some of your merch. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
Des,
Yeah.
man.
Get it.
Des.
Wait, can I try to show a picture on this?
Yeah, sure. Try.
Okay, hang on.
You
I'll
could
try.
try.
I don't know if it'll come
You could
through.
try.
But this is kind of the look I'm going for.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's
yeah.
great.
The t-shirt would probably just wind up being gray, but you
You
get
could
the
use some
point.
Sharpie, make
Yeah.
some marks on it.
You could get a similarly kind of graphic tee, like, and just make it yours, like your version of Tara for you. I think that's
And
a great
really,
idea.
the only thing I'd have to buy is like the shoes.
Because you have the shirt, you have the button down.
Well, I can always just go to like the thrift store and get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think one of my bigger fears about cosplaying is not being recognized either. Like thinking that that's just what I wore today.
Just walking around like Debbie.
Yeah.
Well, wait. You get the supply box, right?
Yeah.
Well, the belt buckle is coming in the supply box, but it's a bottle opener.
Okay, I was gonna say it's a bottle opener though, isn't it?
Yeah, so you can easily attach it to a belt though.
That's true.
Whose belt buckle though? Is it Rick's? Or-
Alpha's.
Alpha.
Alpha's.
Oh,
I'm
the-
sorry, I should have
Alpha's
said
boat. Yeah.
The
No, I knew what you
Ouroboros-
meant because
the
I
Ouroboros
I
belt
saw the thing.
buckle.
Yep, but it's a bottle opener.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it's like, I don't know how big it is, but they also do sell a replica version of it. I saw it online, I forget where, but it's only like 5 inches.
Yeah. Liz, Iron Angel Creations, she made one that she wore to the Chicago Walker Stalker. She
I think I saw
made
that.
it and paid. It was awesome. It was so good, like right down to the finest little detail. It was so perfect.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was really, really impressive. And her mask too. She made the alpha mask and everything. Yeah.
By the way,
I may
super
have saw
creative
that
girl.
online.
By the way, Tom is saying, if only Madison's head was on a pike instead of Tara. Which, again, like Chris would be
Yes.
like, yeah, definitely.
Yes.
He's like really into Tara. Like absurd.
I feel like it's like Tom's goal to like just make me sad.
Yeah.
Tara was the hardest one for me. That was the hardest hit for me up
Really?
there.
Enid.
Mm-hmm.
You were Enid. That's
I
how you-
loved both of them.
I don't know. I think I identified more with which weird is like Addie, like, oh, I made a mistake and now my head's on a pike, and then Henry, like just like innocence lost, like potential lost, the idea of like all the hope of he was like the Skywalker of this world. Same like as Carl. Yeah, like and it's
The
gone.
Prince of the Apocalypse.
Yeah, so much was riding on him.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I know I don't want to dwell on this point, but like, did you see that coming? I didn't see that coming. I know we
Henry?
must have
What,
brought
Henry?
it up. Yeah.
It got spoiled.
Yeah.
For me,
Oh.
so-
He was on my list.
No, but like, did you think the show was going to go through with that? That's the thing. Like,
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
They had
nothing is off the table with AMC. They will do
didn't.
terrible, terrible things to us.
They did not have
to.
to.
Madison.
They don't have to, but they will. They'll deliver.
I don't appreciate
I
this
mean, look what they
conversation.
did. What was that? What was that?
Our feelings be damned.
I said I don't appreciate this conversation.
I mean, look what they did to Glenn and Abraham. So I mean, of course they were going to do the Pikes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so.
I'm still traumatized by the Pikes.
You know what? I've been talking to people who are still kind of like I don't know. I think they need they've been seeing therapy as a result of it.
I think
They must be. I hope they
Yeah.
are, because they're like waking up crying every morning. I'm like, holy shit.
because you know they're going to do a recap in the beginning of season 10, and then I'm
Yep.
going to start crying, and then it's not going to be a hot mess.
Oh yeah. Can you
It's not going to be a
imagine?
pretty sight.
Oh my god. I do not want to look at that recap.
They're just going to do like a panning shot of all the heads. I'm going to be like,
I think they'll be doing no.
As
they'll
long as
do-
they don't.
Go ahead. As long as they don't show what.
Oh, I say as long as they don't show Tara, I'll be okay.
they're
Yeah.
gonna.
Tara, yeah, I know.
I think they're gonna do like an overhead shot of it, like where the heads are really small, so you're not gonna get like a zoom
Okay.
in. Yeah,
Yeah, but you see the dark hair, and you just know.
it'll be far away. It'll be far away.
Yeah,
I mean, the pikes are still there to mark the border. That's the thing.
That's
that we
true.
know.
That's the fucked up part.
But they need to know.
So, what do
Yeah.
you think? I'm almost scared to ask this question.
Is it related to the trailer?
Where are their bodies?
Oh, they're buried. Oh, yeah. I don't know.
They're in a ditch.
That's a good point. Maybe we'll find
No,
out.
our friends' bodies.
Yeah,
They're in a ditch.
That's a really good point.
Well, I
sure
was thinking maybe
50
some whisperers are wearing them.
Oh God. No, like skin suits?
It happens in the comics.
Really?
Not specifically our group. I mean, skin suits in general. A skin suit is mentioned in the comics.
Maybe that's how they survive the winter. Like 10 lucky people stay behind to guard. The skin suits are like very warm for some reason.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's gross. My like stomach actually turned just a second. Like it was just really bad.
I regret eating before doing this episode.
Sorry. I'm good for gross.
Okay. Let's get back on track for a second though. Yeah, and this is now wondering too. Like Walani is like, wow. Now I'm wondering too. Yikes! Ooh, the bodies. So, okay. So, I liked the little. Like, did you guys caught the end scene basically where the? I mean, this episode had tons of action, right?
Oh yeah.
And like, or at least tons of suspense. Like you didn't know where things were going to end up by the end of it. And as the episode moves on, it gets like the intensity kind of increases. But like by the end of it, you have like two walkers. No, yeah, it was two walkers hanging onto the cargo net as the plane was moving. Like, is this enough action for you? And then like the funny part, yeah, the funny part is they're still tied up together by their intestines. So you have like a third dingleberry, like dragon behind.
Describe it. Dingleberry.
Well, and
you see one of them snap apart too.
Yeah, it's like that's the
like
one.
One's tumbling, and you see the intestines snap apart. Oh, it was so
really
gnarly.
Cool. That was awesome.
And the fact that
really awesome.
The fact that I called it a dingleberry was even better.
A dingle, yeah.
It's the one you can't shake loose. Like, so you just cut the hairs, and then you cut the two guys at the front.
There you go.
Yeah, I was looking at. Yeah, you're welcome, Walani. Comic relief during an intense moment.
Yeah.
Are they gonna live? Are they gonna live? Dingleberry.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, gross.
Yeah, there were a lot of moments where I thought we were going to lose somebody.
I thought they could have zoomed in on the one that almost bit Morgan's hand. Like, remember Morgan was going to go after the
quick shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't as great, but like, look, you can't blame him. But I think they should have went in a little harder and then showed his face. Like, damn, I almost lost my hand.
Mm-hmm.
But I caught it.
Maybe I do die.
Yeah, I guess I do die.
That'd be fine with me. I mean,
Ooh, ouch.
Whoa.
Hey, everybody's been on me about this whole Madison thing, so I can say my piece. So.
You're allowed to dislike characters.
No, I think it was just more surprise. That's all. Like,
yeah.
Like when
I've
you
never
said
liked
Madison,
Morgan.
I hope Madison dies in the fire again or something like that. I was like, whoa. But like, not only because I didn't know you hated Madison. And same with Morgan.
Oh.
Like, holy shit. Oh man, I've been like thrown into chats lately, and like, it's so many people's opinions everybody thinks everybody else knows, and I'm like, okay, you want the X person, Alicia, to die. I'm like, what? Like, is it a known thing? I'm like, holy shit. No, but like another person also said, like, oh, just fuck Morgan. Like, this is like a Fear fan, like a diehard Fear fan. He's like, oh, I hope Morgan dies twice on the show. And I'm like, holy shit.
Are you sure that wasn't me that said that?
Was that?
Are you sure that wasn't me that said that?
No, it was somebody
something I
totally
would
else.
say.
I'll bring you into the chat with a whole... This isn't even the funny part. The funny part is, and this is not a bad thing. It's just a funny thing. Deadly Walkers is the Instagram account. He dragged me, and he's like a 15-year-old from Kuwait, and like we rapped about like our Arab heritage, Arabic speaking heritage, for like 2 seconds because he's 15. But he actually drags me into this interesting chat where we're trying to get the Watch TWD. Sorry, it's Watch TWD, that hashtag, to kind of fly. So as we share the trailer, and hopefully the YouTube link, we're trying to get it to trend. But so the chat, obviously, like all chats, they devolve, and one of the things that helps it devolve is when the entirety of the chat is a bunch of like teenagers. And then, hello, I'm 40 years old. I literally, the first thing I said I used was the grandpa emoji. I said, well, I guess I could be your grandfather if we're stretching it. Or at least your creepy uncle.
That's provide.
Squawking Dead, your creepy uncle.com.
Oh.
I own that too.
And this is the merch store where the shipping is ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. Shop the merch for old man products. Depends undergarments with the Squawking Dead logo in the back. The shipping's ridiculous.
And dingleberries.
Yeah, and then dingleberries.
Cream for your dingleberries.
Well, dingleberries are free, by the way. You're welcome. Okay.
So I really thought Wendell was gonna die, actually.
I did too.
That's a really good point.
Because in an interview, Mo Collins said that, I think it was Mo that said it, in the episode, he did something insanely heroic. And the fact that he was supposed to be on Talking Dead, I was like, that's it, he's done.
I was gutted too, because I don't, how is Sarah like able to be on, it's like, but it's kind of like, how is Eugene able to be on the show without Abraham? You know what I mean? Like, right. Those two kind of went together, like with the banter. Like, so.
And you saw how broken up Sarah was.
Oh, God.
Which, and even Mo Collins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
She was choking up during her interview.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, and if you caught this, like right after he saves everybody, he plugs in the Christmas lights, and you see the actor / character crying. like with the lights kind of in his face. Like you wouldn't notice it on first watch, but if you watch it again, it was really like. And then you get why, because in Talking Dead, Chill goes through the whole scene. And he's like, Mikey kind of took me around back, and he kind of dragged me, and he made me watch everybody in the plane, like as the plane as the prop was moving. You know, basically, the way they filmed the plane scenes was they literally put them in a kind of like a mechanical cabin that they built out of wood, etc., set materials, and they shook it. They were literally in the plane. They shook it, and like he made Daryl kind of just watch this. He said, "That's your family right there." That's how he got him into the scene, and he's
and
like,
the fact that he had to crawl on his forearms.
yeah. Well, on top of that grueling, and how he was explaining how the stunt double was like, "Damn, this shit's hard." Like just only being able to use your forearms. But it's how he explained, like, this is your family in there, and they're walking around, they're suffering right now. We don't know if they're gonna make it. You don't know if they're gonna make it, and without you, they won't make it. And it just gets him in tears, like right there.
No pressure.
No pressure, right?
Now, I kind of want
pressure at all.
well, that's the point, right? But then wasn't. I want to get some clarity on this because I wasn't 100% certain. Maybe I wasn't 100% there in my brain. But didn't he say something about like he's lost people, or like he was in a car accident? I know he was in a car accident. That's how he got paralyzed. But didn't he mention something about losing his some of his family?
I think he did.
In real life, and that brought him into that.
I remember
state.
him mentioning he had kids, and I remember that part, but I don't remember. I don't know. I might have not been paying attention for a moment as well.
I was probably yelling at my TV.
About
cable.
Morgan surviving.
How dare you!
Thank God I didn't just take a sip of my drink there. But no, my cable provider was messing up last night, as you all saw on my social medias.
You should explain that because that happened to a lot of people. Like,
okay, so
anybody who was
depending on
Xfinity.
where, yeah, so I don't know if depending on where you guys live, obviously Xfinity might not exist.
No,
But what was happening was they would have their commercial breaks, and the episode would come back on, and probably within 30 seconds to a minute of the episode being airing again, they would just air an Xfinity commercial and then air a local commercial. So for like where I lived, it was for a local car dealership every single time.
Oh my God.
And then during Talking Dead, it was happening again, and then a storm put my power out, and I was
Whoa.
like, "Screw it, I'm done."
Yeah, you just
I'd be
recap
so
this thing
pissed.
tomorrow.
I had to rewatch the episode tonight, and I still need to try to watch Talking Dead online.
Oh God, yeah, you should definitely watch that. I was saying this to Karen David. I was like, this is hella informative.
Yeah, I missed it. It was like right after Wendell was talking about, or Chill was talking about, that forearm scene. It was right after that.
Oh man, oh that sucks. It broke that up. I think to explain even more further, like Xfinity is the digital wing of Comcast, right? So it's like that's like the internet part of it, and then you can watch live shows on your like laptop. That's what you were doing, right?
Yeah, I was watching it live on TV, but I was also DVRing it.
Oh, I see.
And so even if I tried to watch the DVR part, those random commercials would still stay on. So I had to watch the episode on demand today in order to not see those commercials. I don't know. They don't do it as often anymore, but it just so happened it was, the mid-season finale and Talking Dead was finally back. It was just, why?
Yeah, tonight of all nights. Well, wait till you get AMC Premiere because it's a whole new world.
That's my birthday gift. Well, one of my many birthday gifts to myself.
Which is exactly what, AMC Premiere?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it might have been Aladdin.
If it's still in theaters, I'll go see it again.
No, I meant the literal character Aladdin.
Oh, can I have that for my birthday?
Wink, wink.
Wink,
Yeah.
wink, nudge, nudge.
Girl, you're an adult. You can get whatever you want.
Thanks, Dave. You're so kind. Thank you for getting me Aladdin.
Rach, I think we got to make this happen. Wait, I don't know why I'm bringing you into this. Like,
I know. How did I get roped into
I
this?
don't
I
have
didn't
any
make
money.
promises to bring her a man.
I don't know. What's an Aladdin cost? Like $1,000? Max? That's like the ceiling?
I don't know.
I think I know an
Are you
Aladdin will do
talking
it for
about
free.
Are you talking about like a male escort dressed as Aladdin?
God.
I prefer not to use
He
specifics.
started this just in full. I was talking about the movie in my defense.
Every turn a surprise. Just hold on, it gets better. Yeah, I could do this all night. Now you can quit. That's fine.
I quit now.
Oh man.
But anyway, AMC premiere is going to be so worth it. I'm looking forward to it.
Go watch Aladdin whenever you want.
I'm sorry.
Oh, and visit the merch store.
Tom says, see, Tom says maybe Xfinity is Madison.
I was just gonna say that. She's sending you messages. That's great.
It is Madison. That's why it was screwing up.
It was manipulating you behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Don't watch this episode.
Can't watch the episode because I'm not in it.
Good luck watching.
Good luck watching.
Oh my gosh.
You're welcome. That's great.
So from now on, if anything goes wrong, it's just Madison. Oh, you pulled a Madison.
It's Madison's fault.
Now we can just enjoy Fear the Walking Dead for what it is. Yeah.
Pulled a Madison.
Yeah, you just pulled a Madison.
Plane broke. Madison's fault.
Fucking Madison. Ruins everything.
Skid Mark's hungry. Damn it, Madison.
Except it's Daniel saying it. It's like, damn it, Madison.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
But wait, can we kind of steer it back? Can we talk about Danielle and Alicia's reunion? Like how emotional that was?
Oh, that was so sweet.
I
immediately was trying to think of the last time they saw each other.
Ophelia was alive. That was the last time.
Yeah.
I think, wasn't Alicia out of the picture a little bit too? Because she was trying to go off on her own.
Yeah, and
she then ran away for a minute. Yeah.
Thing happened.
So she hasn't seen him in even longer time.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Am I right?
Well, Ophelia was alive, and look how,
Well, I know that Madison rushed back to the dam, right? So she had all that time with Daniel on the dam, I think it was.
Well, Madison, yeah.
I don't think Alicia saw Daniel since before the fire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what I mean.
Holy shit.
So even longer.
That was such a cute reunion, too.
And she probably thought he was dead.
And he probably thought she was dead.
Yeah, yeah.
From what Madison said, bitch.
Madison said, "Oh,
Madison."
It's like, who knows if she's telling the truth? Okay,
right. It's Madison.
Unreliable witness. Yeah. Anyway.
Keeping my opinions to myself.
I actually kind of wanted to backtrack because there was this like one scene in the cockpit. Like it was the only shot that they had of the cockpit from like the front view. And like, did you notice that when the engines went on, like there was smoke coming out of them?
Yes.
Right? Did you feel like did they screw up or something like that? Like, was the scene supposed to go a different way or something like that?
I was laughing at the CGI, to be honest.
Right?
So that's
Thank you.
That's the whole other half of that. Like, what's the deal with the smoke? What's the deal with the CGI?
We've been I feel like as the seasons get on with both shows, the CGI gets worse and worse.
I didn't mind I actually didn't mind the balloon. I should have said something at the time because I didn't really mind it. Well, because the way they filmed it actually was kind of. The balloon. That's why it reminded me of the Muppet movie because they kind of they made it a little grainier so that it kind of fit into whatever landscape that they were putting it in. Which is why it looked funny. Like, like a little bit. They weren't trying to surpass the Uncanny Valley. They didn't bother. That's the thing. And then all they did was kind of dumb it down visually. So it kind of worked for me.
Yeah, no, I wasn't a fan of it.
Then again, anything that could make me think of the Muppet movie is a plus in my book, I think.
Well, now we see why you liked it.
Yeah, exactly.
The rest of America, however.
I seriously think the views that I made of that clip with the rainbow connection and the balloon flying out in the middle of nowhere, I think all those views are from me. If you look at how many views there were, they're all me.
At least a few are from me.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
What if Madison is in charge of the CGI?
She probably is.
That's all.
Madison did all the CGI.
I had to.
Yeah, we got her on a budget. She snuck her way
I love
in.
that you're getting in on the joke.
As Madisons do.
She's accepting it. Yes.
I still love her, but I can joke about it.
Yes.
I literally have tears in my eyes right now.
Oh, man. You guys are awful.
I'm okay. I'm going to hell. It's okay.
Wait. Hold on a second. Wait. We're sleeping on something very important. What if Madison's the showrunner? she's the big bad. What if they go all meta, like breaking down the fourth wall? Like, why are you making us do this?
I said she was gonna be the big bad. I did. I said it from day one.
The ultimate big bad. Like the part of Scott M. Gimple would be played by Madison.
Actually, I wouldn't
Madison
mind that
Clark.
because I can't stand Scott and Gimple, so I'd be okay with that.
What does the M stand
Gimple,
for? It's
don't
not
even get me
Millhouse. It's
started.
Madison.
Oh my
is Scott Madison Gimple.
Is
Oh
that
my
like-
god.
No, say it right. It's Scott Madison Clark Gimple.
Madison Clark Gimple, yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that one's a creeper.
I quit.
I quit. There's no
You're not allowed
reason
to
anymore.
quit. That's my lie.
If Madison's the showrunner, this is all over. I've been doing this for nothing. I mean, that explains Martha, because Martha is an
my
M,
God.
and that's
Oh,
Madison.
That's
Never
Madison
want to hear
too.
that name ever again. I never want to hear the dirty woman again.
What if like Martha is like the Mr. Hyde of Madison's Jekyll? Like, can you imagine? Do you think that might have been? I mean, that kind of makes sense. I don't know. I think I stumbled onto something weird.
Does what it doesn't.
Like okay, Martha is the essence of not helping, of like punishing people who help, and Madison is not. Like, or became somebody
Madison's
who's
punished for helping.
Madison is punished for helping. Again, more yin and yangs. Oh my
No.
god.
I
I
hope
didn't
you know I have my I quit card in my hand just for any reason. I have it like on standby. Like you see something, I quit.
Yeah, well, Lonnie says you're you laugh now, but what if you're right about being big bad? Well, I mean, we said it last week. So and I think we'll get to that in a second, but I kind of wanted to go through a couple things. Fuck that.
I'm gonna find that article where it said she was supposed to be the big bad. I'm gonna find that article.
Okay, you might not have liked this because you hate Morgan, Meg, but Rachel, I love Morgan, and that one scene where like Alicia's like, "How do we do that? Like, how do we help people?"
Yeah.
And Morgan goes, "Oh, you
And live our lives.
that laugh though, that laugh by the way made me laugh, not like as like a funny
Yeah.
haha thing, but like I just like just to hear him kind of laugh so goofily made me like laugh also. I'm
Yeah.
like, holy shit, I don't know, but like.
Sounded like a real laugh. Like
But
he
like
he made himself laugh at that thought.
Like it just came out of him. Like he just did not have control over it.
That was a Momo laugh.
It was precious to me. I
Yeah.
swear to God, it was like precious. I think about it and it makes me laugh.
Actually, I think that was more of a Lennie James laugh than it was a Morgan laugh.
It doesn't matter to me. It works.
Well, no, I feel
Yeah.
like he was kind of like about to break character. Then he's like, "Oh wait, no, I gotta get back to that."
It's like I have no fucking idea.
You little shit. I don't know.
I wish you would have dropped an F-bomb. That would have been awesome.
Oh man,
It kind of reminded me of going back to
you get one
June.
per season. You get
Yeah,
one
but
fuck.
you say- Yeah.
Season?
Yeah, one
Yeah,
per season.
I think so.
Both shows get one per season.
I don't think they get any. But
I was gonna say I can't remember. I don't remember any.
yeah,
I don't remember any.
there's a whole lot of shits. I'll say that much.
In Terminus,
yeah.
in
Shit's
Terminus,
an
they
ass,
definitely
but-
did it.
Oh,
An F?
In Terminus, yeah, there was like it's like nobody's gonna fuck with us or something. They didn't do it. I don't think in the airing of the episode, but in the DVD, it's on there.
Oh, well, that hardly counts, right? I mean, you pay for that.
I didn't watch that episode live because I didn't have cable at the time, so I don't know if they said it live. But I know that what happens is they would show it on the first airing and then never again during the repeats. But then on the home release, they will say it again.
I've heard that before. Yeah, they'll do the
That-
one
that
off on
makes
the
a
wall
lot of
release.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were going to
like,
say something earlier, though, until I cut you off.
I don't remember an F-bomb.
I think you
I
meant.
don't think they did it this season.
I mean, ever.
Oh, well.
I think if they dropped an F-bomb on Walking Dead, I would remember that.
It would definitely be Morgan, too.
Be pretty momentous. See, I would expect it from Negan at this point. If anybody was going to get the F-bomb.
Oh,
It'd be
yeah.
JDM.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was just talking about Fear, but yeah.
In Fear?
Oh,
I think
yeah,
Sarah, I think.
She
I
comes
think
off,
Sarah, yeah.
Well, she comes off a lot cleaner than we give her credit for, by the way. In a lot of cases.
It'd be funny to hear her say it, though.
Oh,
Exactly.
Yeah. She'd say it in a funny way.
Well, yeah, like fuck me sideways or something like that.
Yeah.
Just that way she says it.
Yeah.
Like that reminds me of like that Tenacious D song. Was it?
Fuck her gently.
Yeah, fuck her gently, right?
Yeah.
She'd be like all serious, like, "Well, fuck me sideways, mama." Like,
no, I mean now. But by the way, how did it feel to kind of finally see her say Momo again after like not doing it the entire half season?
Made me happy.
That was
I don't
awesome.
Like but that made me happy.
But you could see Lennie James break character and be like, "Oh fuck this bitch."
Yeah. I cringed.
I cringed, but like in the best way. Like, haha, take your medicine, Lennie James. Deal with it.
Yeah.
But I like how he's just stopped mid-track. He's like, "Oh, you motherfucker."
I think that line may have been ad-lib too.
Oh, that had to have been ad-libbed.
Yeah.
Because you could tell like fucking Mo Collins is like so emotional and like
I love her.
just to kind of connect to that scene in the perfect way. She's like, "Oh, you motherfucker, you're back." You're like, "Fucking Momo." He's like, "No, you can't say that." I love that Walani, by the way. She's like, I love it when she says Momo, thank you. I'm like, and Carol's like a no-mo. She's like, doesn't like Momo. She's anti-Momo.
I like Momo because it pisses Morgan off.
Oh, well, you have an ulterior motive, so.
I am so excited to meet Mo in Atlanta, though.
Mo Collins?
So excited, yeah.
Oh, boy.
I've been a fan of her since Mad TV.
Yeah, wow. That's a long time.
Yeah, so I mean, we're talking
20
years.
Yeah, what? 20?
I actually
I think it's 15.
I bought the season of Mad TV that she first premiered on, and I tagged her in it, and she was like, "Wait, where did you find this? The seasons aren't available." And I was like, certain seasons are, and I sent her the link.
I think she mentioned you later on, by the way.
Did
she?
she
Reposted it or something. She's like, a fan sent me this and blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I think it was you. That must have been you.
I had to
recall
think up because I was the one that told her about it.
Then there you go. I think that was you.
Well, she got the wrong tag.
I see how it is.
Momo. Momo. You know who fucked that up? Fucking Madison.
Fucking Madison.
Scott Madison Clark.
Madison switched the tags.
I can't believe how did we get there? Scott Madison Clark Gimple?
That's the name of this episode.
Oh man. Oh my god. That would be great. That's the name of the clip. Scott Madison Clark Gimple.
Scott Madison Clark Gimple.
Let's
Holy
hope
shit
the
balls.
real Scott Gimple never sees that.
Oh no. I think he would love that. Are you kidding me? He's like king of the king of the trolls. We mentioned it this season. Scott Gimple, king of the trolls.
I don't think I was on yet. I don't think I was.
No, you might not have been. Sorry.
Yeah, because I came in I think it was the third episode.
Yeah, it must have been the first or
Humbug
second.
Gulch I came in.
Perfect. Yeah, you came in at the right episode too.
I did. Magic Loogie.
I told you not to show my interview to anyone. That was cool. I like that there's some continuity there. Like, and it makes you wonder what their relationship was like for the brief moment that they might have had one, too.
And Daniel was so much more happier, too. Like
He did seem happier.
Yeah.
Okay, I know all of you, and speaking of that, I know all of you don't like Charlie. Do both of you not like Charlie?
I like Charlie. Now she's growing on me.
You're still anti-Charlie.
I'm at the point where I'm tolerating Charlie.
Well, that's kind of what I want to get to, is like the relationship with
Yeah.
Daniel and Charlie. There's like this interesting Ophelia replacement factor.
Yeah.
That's really
Does
creepy.
Daniel know, though, what she did?
To Nick?
Oh, look at that face. Oh,
Ooh, that's
And what would he think of Charlie if he did know what she did?
I think more than anybody else. I think Daniel would get it.
Yeah, of course he would.
I think he would. I mean, Madison would probably get it more. I'm being real.
No, I think Madison.
Fan club.
I think Madison would have ripped the gun right out of Charlie's hand and shot her square between the eyes.
I agree 100%.
I don't know.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm not 100%.
Listen here, you little shit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or she would have seen her as a child and immediately been like, "It's okay, it's okay."
Nah, she would have.
That's more of a Madison thing to do.
That's really, really.
Look what she did to what's his face? Was it Troy? Just
Yeah.
done. Smacked his head in because he posed as a threat. Boom. She did the same to Charlie.
She kept him around for a really long time.
Yeah. I was not a fan of his character. But
I think
I wasn't a fan of that relationship.
no, that was a little
I did not like that.
I was like
I love that.
It was like Norman Bates and Mother-ish.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I didn't like that she had 2 of her own children. And yet she's spending all this time with, who the hell are you? You have children. Who need you?
Didn't he try to kill them in the beginning too?
Nick, yeah. He tried to kill Nick.
Exactly.
Well, I love the dynamic there. The reason why is because, like, what better than to have that dog on a leash, your leash. You know, that's what I loved about it the most.
Oh, you're bringing their leash back, huh?
I see,
Yeah.
and I don't.
I
never
the
really
4-point harness, the spoon in the eye.
I don't think Madison ever had as much control over Troy as she wanted to believe she did.
No, she didn't.
Not at all.
I think she had.
Anytime she was away, look what happened.
That's true. That's true.
Anytime her eyes were off of him, boom, shit happened.
And that kind of speaks to some of the things that we were talking about, like when it comes to like mastery of this world. You know, like the people who seem to win out, like our group now, like you might call it luck, like John Dorie's luck, but like, and he talks about it. But I think it's really just mastery. They are equipped, they're capable, blah blah blah. But then you get to like Madison, and like she never quite made it to the level that they are at now. Yeah. I think, and that's the thing. And I think she learned a hard lesson that day too. You know, like, and you could sense like that she learned the hardest lesson when she bumped into Althea, like right before she died. Was it right before she died? I can't remember. No, that was like way in the beginning. I'm sorry, I'm getting time screwed up.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like, it's very interesting. Like she never got to that point. But yeah, I just don't know. I mean, I think she had control of him for the most part. It kind of reminded me of Negan. That's what I kind of wanted to reference though too. We talked about this a lot in season 8, how Negan was very top heavy. Like he made it so that everybody was relying on him directly. He didn't really delegate as much. I mean, a lot of the center of command went to his generals, like his top lieutenants, right? Like, you know, like I was going to Stephen Ogg, Simon, Dwight, you know, Regina, and
Gavin.
like, and they're not the most reliable, like, you know, capable leadership role type people, too. And so, like, I take that idea and put that to the side, and I think of Madison's like, well, if the whole plan relies on you being alive and constantly around to be able to manage this beast, like this centaur, what is it called? The Cerberus, like the Hound of Hell. Then your plan's gonna fail. Like you need to get him on board, you know, with your plan. Like you need to get him into the fold. And if you can't, do not use him. Get rid of him. You know? So it reminded me of both those things. Like, you know, if it relies on you having to constantly be around, don't fool yourself. This is the apocalypse, bitch. You're gonna die.
Yeah.
So, anywho. What about that one little scene saying, Daniel, I was wrong to Victor? That was like a little vindicated too, because that was really frustrating, that one scene.
Yeah.
You know?
I liked Strand's reaction to that too. You know, it would have been typical Strand to like maybe take a jab at Daniel in that moment, and he didn't. He just said, you know what? We all screw up sometimes.
Yeah.
And that shows his growth.
No biggie. Yep. Oh, yeah. I think so. Big time.
Shows that he's a normal person now, I guess. Or counted among normal people. Strand. How pedestrian.
He's been the most resistant to change, I think. And so this was a big moment, I mean, that I noticed anyway, where he didn't take the opportunity to be Strand.
Yeah. Exactly. High road Strand.
Yep.
He's complimenting Alicia. He's accepting apologies. Like, he's growing.
Yeah, even that one moment with Charlie in the last episode, too. Like, he was like, hey, no, I'll admit, I was the last one to be on board. Fuck it. Like, we're here, we're stuck in the shit, but I made it now. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I feel like this might be the first time in Strand's life that he's had people to surround himself with. I got the impression from Strand right away that he's been, you know, sort of a lone wolf his whole life, and nobody's really close to him, and even the people who are close to him really don't know him all that well. Close. And I think this is probably these are the first people he's really, really let in, and I think for me anyway, this is the first time I'm noticing that he's sort of accepting that.
Well, now he has to use himself to get people to like him. Before he used his money.
Right.
And
Or is it, yeah,
now
his
it's like,
influence. Yeah.
now he's got no status. He's right on the same level with everyone else.
That's also
And he's a
really
very
good
harsh personality, so he's got to do something about that.
point. He still has a harsh personality in a weird way.
Yeah.
I mean, he's charming as fuck, but come on.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you ever been in a room with like a charming person? Like just somebody who's really, really, sometimes you could regard them as a little too much. You know what I mean? Like, has anybody like ever been so charming, so charismatic that they're almost intimidating?
I kind of compare that to narcissism in a way.
Yeah.
No, but I'm talking about on the positive end of things, like somebody that gets that you feel like like you're in the room with Garret Dillahunt, right? He's somebody that I regard with like, oh, he's got charm. Yeah, he sounds approachable, but he's got charm. I'd be hesitant to kind of talk over him.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'd be hesitant to kind of like, say something unless he spoke to me first or something like that. So it's kind of the same kind of thing, but like Victor Strand kind of like teeters on like that and like being a little bit too much, like just a little too much swagger, which almost is like intimidating. Like, how do you talk to somebody like that? He's not necessarily doing something bad or anything like that, but he is kind of like dominating the conversation. You know, he takes out all the air in the room, that kind of thing. So he still kind of has that a little bit. You know,
Not as much though, which I appreciate.
That's the other thing. And that's why I liked and I appreciated his conversation with Charlie and like his response to Daniel. It's like, okay, this is very interesting. And you're seeing similar things with Althea, by the way. Which, by the way, like when Victor goes, you see that, and he's showing him the valley.
Look on her face.
Well, the valley with the mountains, right? And yeah, right, the look on her face. And she says it's the second prettiest thing I've seen since the end of everything. They kind of snuck
She
that
does
in
say second. Okay, I missed that part. All I heard was the prettiest things, and I went, and I thought, well, that's rude. I missed the second.
This bitch already
second.
unfaithful.
Right? I'm like, how rude.
These hoes ain't loyal.
All right, that makes so much more sense now.
But I like how that informs, like, not only the scene, obviously, but like how that informs this like attachment or this kind of like that it's not letting up anytime soon. It's very interesting. I don't think I've ever, since I was a teenager, felt like that. Like since then, I think. I don't know. Like, do you remember like the last time you like were ever stuck on somebody and like you couldn't stop thinking about them? I can't remember. I should say my wife.
How dare you not say that?
I guess it depends on what capacity you're referring to.
Like, I don't know, like somebody that just you ever meet somebody that you never got to really like.
Well, I mean, there's like I have a crush on someone type way. I love someone that way. Or there's like the Michael Myers, I can get you out of my head way. Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
there's like, two sides to it. Depends which one you want to reference.
that's a good point.
So
I
mean, there's a lot of celebrities I think about meeting and like what it would be like and what questions I would have, and sure.
I have so many
like
questions.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking more of like misconnections. Like, have you ever just bumped into somebody who had a really good conversation and you're like, fuck, I didn't get his name or number or anything like that?
I tried and backfired.
No.
Oh.
I mean, you may have forgotten about it, but I've gotten a few of those. Yeah.
Okay.
When I was in my early 20s. And I remember doing something.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes. Okay. Okay. I got it. Yeah.
And it bothers you a little bit. Like it's a little thorn in your side. But it goes away.
I mean, not really. It took me that long to think of it. So.
Well, but at the time.
But back then, yes. Yeah. But at the time, yes.
All right. So I'm calling your husband. It was my husband. No, I'm kidding. Good one.
I think we should call your wife for not referencing her first.
Nah.
Right?
I was already like 37 years old. I don't feel that shit anymore. I'm dead from the neck down. Neck down. Not even waist. I'm kidding. I'm not.
Down.
Obviously. The seat of my power is from the neck above. No strength. I'm practically done with my notes, but like, yeah, I mean, so there was one concept I was thinking of and we talked about this last year when we were covering Fear the Walking Dead season 4. It almost seemed as though TWD was chewing Morgan up and then spitting him out into fear, right? Because Morgan was kind of going through shit over and over again. You know, he had his clear days, then he has not so clear days, then he was all zen, and then he was all fucked up. And then, like, by the time it was the end of The Walking Dead season 8, you know, he runs off into season 4. And it seems like when you see him on Fear the Walking Dead, and he's slowly, like, acclimating to this world where these people are suddenly drawn to him, he's drawn to these people. It's like, fucking Rick's a dick. Like, Rick kind of sucked for him.
I've been saying that for 9 seasons.
Yeah, he kept putting him in these fucked up situations, like, that made him worse. It was like, oh, you can handle it. Fuck you. Like, and like, he clearly can't, Rick. But you, like, in that last scene in the bar with he and Rick, that it was just like,
gosh.
You're gonna put me through this now. It's like you think of how much of a dick Rick is, and I'll say it over and over again because some people are like, he can't do wrong. I'm like, oh baby, he's done wrong.
And then Rick had the balls to be like, no, please stay.
Yeah, exactly. You can hide, but you can't run home. Well, yeah, I'm gonna hide from you.
Fuck you, I'm going to Texas.
Yeah, and you see Morgan flourish. Like, it's like he was meant to not be around Rick. So I kind of want to transfer that. Like, we're seeing the same sort of things with Dwight. All of a sudden, birds are singing, flowers are blooming for Dwight. Dwight has hope. Dwight wants to help someone. What the fuck? I'm actually almost like incredulous at how quickly he's
adapted.
Yeah, I don't even want to call it adapting it so quick. Like, but wait, oh man, I'm glad this clicked. I'm glad you said that because on Talking Dead, it seems as though they're alluding on. This is on Talking Dead, so you would not have known this from watching the show. But they allude to the fact that Dwight has maybe started opening up on helping people before he even meets John Dorie and June and all that. There's an implication on Talking Dead. It was like one of those behind the scenes blurbs as they show pictures. Actually. I forget what evidence they showed to prove that. That's the only thing. Like, so I don't know.
Yeah. I kind of agree with Jenna Elfman. She said, now, I mean, I can't say right from the get-go, but eventually I did start to see Dwight as a good guy in a bad situation. You know, I mean, the more we learned about Dwight, like, he wasn't a bad guy, but he was doing what he had to survive. You know, now away from Negan, we see what he's capable of. You know, I think this is who Dwight really is.
Yeah.
What we're seeing now.
Yeah, I just recalled the evidence that they proposed. It was like the fact that he helped take down Negan. That's what it was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that may have been the jump start, like the kickstart to his I mean, I guess maybe future altruism or whatever it is.
Redemption?
Yeah. Well, once Dwight saw that it was possible to take out Negan, he was all for it. But before that, you know, they tried to get away and it didn't work. So he was stuck. In his mind, he was stuck. Here it is. This is life. This is the new normal for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I don't think, I don't know. I don't think he's done being Dwight, you know, just yet.
Bad Dwight or good Dwight?
Not bad Dwight necessarily, but like I can see a situation where like, look, this guy's been abused. He's been abused for quite a long time.
Survivalist Dwight.
Survivor's guilt Dwight. You've got PTSD Dwight. You've got battered husband syndrome in a way, like, you know, things like newspaper on the snout Dwight.
Did you notice that in the scene where John and June get engaged, the camera went to Dwight and the look on his face?
Oh yeah.
So I feel like that might allude to something that might happen in 5B.
Wait, what did you take from the look? I think we might have all saw something different.
Right.
Okay, I looked at it as, well, fuck, I want that, or, you know, that's not fair. Like, okay, slight happiness for them, slight, I want that too. You know, I want to find Sherry.
More jealousy, you think?
Yeah, I couldn't think of the right word. Thank you for that.
All right.
But hold on, there's jealousy and there's like jealousy with bitterness or jealousy like envy.
There's like jealousy
is
and there's like
bitter?
Shane jealousy.
What'd you say?
Shane jealousy.
Oh shit.
No, that's not how I'm describing it. I'm just saying that's like there's jealousy and then there's Shane jealousy.
What if he's attracted to John?
Dun, dun, dun.
Because he does kind of like give him kind of a look, you know?
I think he's. I think he. Yeah, I think he wants. He wants what he sees. You know,
That's exactly
those
it.
two love each other. He's jealous
Oh, okay.
of
I
what
thought
they
you meant
have.
John.
He wants it. No, he wants what they have, but with Sherry, and I think he wants it right now. You know, but I also see a little bit of hope. Like, you know, they've been through some shit, and he's heard the way they talk to each other, and you know, if they can do it, you know, if they can have it, why can't he?
Yeah.
You know, there's reason to stay hopeful, I think.
And he's been on this path for so long, at least
Mhm.
over a year.
Yeah.
So why stop now at this rate?
I just hope that when he does find Sherry, I mean, she already said, you know, stop looking for me. So when he does find her, because I think he will, I think we'll find Sherry. You know, how is she going to react to him? Is she going to be excited to see him or no?
Right.
So I kind of have a feeling that she's not, and that's gonna crumble him, and he's
Yeah.
gonna go through some like Morgan shit. Like he's gonna
I'm
go
kind of-
nuts.
I'm kind of feeling that too. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even in my notes, I said, like, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
This
That's
is
the
what
thing.
has kept him alive for so long. That has been his purpose. That's what driven him for so long, and he, you know, the grass isn't always greener on the other side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's kind of like, and yeah, it gives me the opportunity to kind of bring up something that Milani said was like, you know, Sherry did get Dwight to steal Daryl's bike, you know, and she said like she never thought about it until now. And could it have been that Sherry was always putting him in these kinds of positions only to kind of make him like the person that suffers? Like, okay, I'll handle the situation. You just stay on the sidelines and be a good boy.
Good point.
So does this mean I was right about Sherry might being the big bad?
I think we all had felt that too. Like we all had a feeling that maybe
Oh, well, there goes my moment.
I'm still really feeling that.
you can claim it. That's fine. But
I'm still
I'm
really,
on
really feeling that. If Sherry's, I'm going to go ahead and say she is the big bad. But if not, she's at least with the big bad.
Yeah, because why? I know I said this before, but why else has she not been around this whole time? Why hasn't she been trying to find him instead of leaving these little like Easter egg hunts or like
Yeah. She could have been looking for him too.
But no, she's being jealous and sending him on a wild goose chase.
Tom says,
It's Madison's fault.
no, what if Sherry is Madison?
Stop it.
She's got like a whisperer mask.
Take off the Sherry mask.
Surprise, bitches!
I would have gotten away with it too.
If it wasn't for those mesky kids and that Morgan too.
That damn Morgan.
Yep.
He's so like goofy.
That's what I mean. Lennie James, I'm really, really sorry.
No, it was great.
I'm just imagining him coming on the show and be like, I don't like you people. Don't like you one bit.
But Momo.
Go fuck yourself, you, and you.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
And that bitch broke my stick.
Wait, can we just say I am shipping Grace and Morgan as much as I like Morgan? I'm like, yes.
Are you shipping them horde? You shipping them horde?
Shipping them hard.
Yep.
Yeah,
Next to John and June, I'm shipping them hard.
I'm done with that.
Mm-hmm. Their names don't mesh together very well, though. What would you call them? Gorgon.
Gorgon.
Gorgon. Grace.
Sorry, that was
Maurice.
I like Grogan.
Call him Maurice.
Maurice. Oh my gosh.
Actually,
Morgan.
it would be morass.
I have stuff to say about that, but I'm gonna wait till the next episode. It has to do with the trailer.
Well, Ani says Gorgon too.
I like Gorgon.
Gorgon.
Can we get that trending? Hashtag Gorgon. Tag
Their child is nuclear reactive.
Because Lennie James doesn't use social media, so can we like tag, Karen David?
Karen David, please.
Somehow, I don't know if that's something that should trend. The Gorgon.
Gorgon.
In your
More grace.
offspring, your seed will be called the Gorgon. The cursed seed of Gorgon. Anyway, sorry. Just, it sounds like something fantasy like Beowulf and the Gorgon.
On the next Game of Thrones, we have Gorgon.
I'm thinking like Beowulf.
Sounds like the Demogorgon from Stranger Things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I really did. By the way, speaking of Morgan, I laughed my ass off when Lennie was talking about his stick on Talking Dead behind the scenes, and they just superimposed "Don't mess with Morgan's stick," that shirt. Did you see that? Did you catch that in Talking Dead?
Cable went out at that point.
They superimposed. It looked like one of those shirts that has the the Beatles, like Ringo and Paul and etc. So it looked like that, but like "Don't mess with Morgan's stick" in black and white. You know.
Sorry.
Is this like last week with the bugs?
Sorry. There was a spider on my microphone.
This is last week all over again.
It was like the tiniest little spider too. Otherwise, I'd have been out the front door. You would not see me sitting here.
Oh my God.
We would just see like your silhouette of like the shadow.
I feel like we should.
It'd have been like a cartoon. I'd have just been out the door.
Body shape through the door.
My God, that should be like on T-shirts. Like, I
It'd
mean,
be a
well, Ani's talking
Rachel
about
size hole behind me.
I quit. Rachel's running.
I'm still here. What's going on?
Now I'm a little bit freaked out about spiders. Not gonna lie.
Gromo.
I'll send my dog to protect you. How about that?
I have cats. Why aren't they doing their job?
I mean, Zoe played with a bug last night, so.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Stop. You did that when I came in the chat today.
I know, it was freaking me out.
Yeah, I was like, what is that? For those of you who don't know, he's been doing this ever since we came on this tonight, and it freaked us out.
Mm-hmm.
Skid mark.
So, Rachel, how are you?
So,
Talking Dead confirmed something very interesting. I think I would consider a confirmation. The cigar.
Oh, yes. I'm so glad you brought that up.
Abraham
I totally
cigar.
forgot about it.
Abraham cigar.
I mean, they all but confirmed it.
I feel like an asshole. I'll tell you why.
What? Why?
I'll tell you why. Hold on. This is something I feel like Carol should be here for this because it's very momentous. I feel like a dick because she brought up last year when we saw the tape, Abe in the dock, or Abraham in the dock, or something like that. And she's like, well, maybe we'll see some scenes with Abraham. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, bitch. She's like, what do you think this is? Get what you want day? And I'm like, come on, get back to Earth here. Like, this is the apocalypse, bitch. You can't get what you want.
We're gonna see him next season.
What was that?
I'm convinced we're gonna see him. Maybe not in 5B, but in 6 we're gonna see him.
I mean, man, it's got to be soon, man. If it's not soon, it's not gonna happen.
I mean,
because there's like a clock on this thing too. Like, when do we meet them? We meet them before they even get to Alexandria, right?
Yeah.
I have to,
way before.
Right?
Yeah, way before. We meet them
I would say just
at the
before.
church. It's just
At the
after
church.
Terminus.
Right.
After Terminus.
Right. After Terminus, was it pre Father Gabriel? It has to be.
I think it was right around the same time.
Yeah.
Just before.
Because that was one of my favorite scenes between Abraham and Rick, when Abraham tells Rick he's taking the bus. And he's like, you can't stop me. And Rick, they just stare at each other for a few minutes. And I'm like, oh, shit. And like Rick starts charging at him. And Glenn gets in the middle. And he's like, whoa, no. Oh, I had chills.
That was that episode with the bus and when Eugene gets knocked out. That was a great episode.
Yeah. That was when the truth comes out.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
I thought some shit was going to go down with Eugene. I was like, oh, shit, he's going to turn just from a punch.
He's gonna die.
Like a punch to the head activates the gene.
I'm gonna knock you out.
It's like, oh, geez, like, no kidding, like, just like instant walkerification. Like,
You just went down.
It's like one of those cartoons, like you hit him in the face and he goes, and then like when he stops spinning, he goes, yeah. like a Scooby-Doo cartoon.
Yeah.
You just see like the little signs and little birds like boom.
Yeah, exactly. And then he eats the birds in the air.
Oh, look at the pretty birds.
Oh, speaking of, yeah, we got 4 minutes till Instagram's up. But well, I guess we might go over a little bit. But I don't know why every episode's like 2 hours long.
Because of shit like this.
But yeah,
Right.
no, exactly.
Yeah, we'll have to see a little bit. I mean, Tom said it, but I was thinking the same thing. We'll have to see a little bit of Daniel's backstory. You know, what happened when we weren't seeing him. That would be the only way to. We're gonna have to see the tape somehow. You know, the tape's gonna have to
his
get
tape
brought
or
up.
Abe's tape?
Abe's tape. I feel like
Assuming she still has him too, by the way.
that's true.
She lost her car or the truck.
Did she though?
Well, now they're off on the plane, so there's no way she can go back to her.
Yeah, where
No,
where is the
the
truck?
MRAP is on this side. Was on there at the other side. They didn't bring it with them. It wasn't on the plane.
That's true.
I don't blame you for getting. I got confused at one point, but yeah.
This season was getting a little confusing.
I just
I
saw
couldn't
that.
even keep track of what truck stop we were at, so I'm totally lost.
Yeah. No, but yeah. So the MRAP is definitely on the other side, meaning on our side. But
This side. Okay.
But I think there was
The
an
good
issue with
side.
also like losing her tapes, or she brought her tapes with her. They were in the bag.
Isabel.
Yeah, we don't know what could have happened to it. But I don't know.
No.
I think we're gonna find them because she obviously finds the camera because she's recording. And
There's a few cameras.
yeah, all right, we're gonna say that for next episode. But
Well, what exactly though? The idea of Abraham?
no, the cameras.
Oh
And
yeah,
what's happening
yeah.
in 5B?
Oh yeah, for
Remember the
sure.
bug?
I saw that on your side.
Oh, I do have a fly in the house.
No, not yours.
Yeah, I have
Rachel's.
a monster fly here too.
Oh, see, because on my screen, Rachel is below.
Oh.
It's not my fault. The computer did it that way.
I guess it's kind of weird too. Like now you guys have bugs and I don't. He says as he watches his back.
Like I had one on my head.
Like does it go through the internet? It's like a virus.
Yes.
Mine's just a fly. Mine is not a monster mosquito.
He did have a spider.
I did. A teeny, tiny, itty bitty.
Wait, I had a Dave-sized mosquito in my office.
Dave-sized mosquito. I like
I
that.
referred to the one that you saw last week, not the size of you.
yeah.
Which is
It
a
was in
crane
my
fly.
office at
apparently.
work, and I wouldn't.
I had
go
to look
in
it
the
up.
office for like 3 hours until they killed it.
Ah. Oh,
Like
well,
I actually locked my door and I walked out of the office as if like the mosquito could have unlocked it.
yeah. By the way, well, Lonnie, you didn't miss anything. We're just talking about like the bugs that are attacking both of them now instead of me.
We're under attack.
Yeah. So let's bottom line this conversation. Do you think that we will see Abe in the dock?
Maybe not 5B, but definitely 6. If
Oh
not
yeah.
5B.
Period. Yeah. Well, I mean,
General, yeah.
yeah. Assuming they don't time jump us into the future somehow.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think what we saw might be enough of a nugget for us, but I really don't know.
That's what
I mean,
said
it would
last
be
year.
awesome if they did. It would be really awesome if they did, but honestly, what we saw might be all we get.
Actually,
And the reference to the cigar,
I just
in
thought of
addition to
something.
that.
What if in 5B? I know this is kind of talking about the trailer a little bit. It's the only thing I'm going to say. I promise. No, but it has to do with this theory. What if they, they're trying to find people, and what if they happen to help, them somehow when they're on their way to Alexandria, and that kind of kickstarted them to head out that way.
I think we're already past the point that Abraham and them have joined our group as far as the timeline's lining up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think they've already. I think Abraham and Rosita and Eugene are already with our group.
Yeah, Morgan leaves off at the end
In
of
the
the
current
war.
You're right.
Yeah.
That was just
Yeah.
wishful thinking, I guess.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Dang.
No, I was on
Tell
board.
us what you really think.
No, I said the same thing. I was gonna say the same thing. I'm like, oh, I feel like a total dumbass. I literally was gonna say, oh, I think we'll see them, and I'm like, oh, I'm such an idiot because I didn't think of the fact that Morgan left when all this shit was over. So
Yeah, but the tape that we saw, I mean, that very well could be, that obviously is before we meet up with that small little group.
oh yeah, way
Before he
before.
gets his head bashed in. I mean, what?
Gee. Wait, were you pro Abraham or anti Abraham?
In the beginning, I was anti, and then I grew into pro.
Fair enough.
I was very anti in the beginning.
Yeah, because he's a very jarring character, even though he's really, really funny.
Yeah, he was kind of like Negan. Like, you wanted to hate him, but you wanted to love him at the same time.
I hated his fucking ass throughout. Pretty much, I hated him.
Oh,
Negan.
Really?
I was like anti.
Oh, Negan.
Yeah. No, Abraham.
I
instantly I loved.
Yeah.
Dolphin smooth.
I don't know if I instantly loved Abraham. I mean, I liked him. I never disliked the character, but once we got his backstory and how he met up with Eugene, like I liked him even more.
Which is really rare for a character.
Yeah.
By the way,
I like that they do that though. I like those.
I love
that
those
bit of
backstory.
information.
I don't know any character that other than Alpha that's had a backstory on The Walking Dead.
I mean, we get a little bit from Michonne.
Yeah.
Well, that's more of a dream, though. I guess
Yeah.
not really. That's not really a. That's true.
But that's an interesting
Yeah.
device, though, like an unreliable dreamscape, nightmarescape.
I'm still hoping for a Negan one in season 10.
Okay, well, we'll have to talk about this because apparently that's in that. People are talking about it. It's not confirmed in any way.
We'll talk about it next episode.
Even Jeffrey Dean Morgan was basically saying if they're gonna do it, they got to do it now.
Yeah.
I think that we've missed our window for his backstory.
I agree.
Mm.
It's too late in my mind.
The thing is, knowing his backstory, it's not gonna make us like him anymore. And the point right now is to like him,
Or like him any less.
and it will make you like him less. Yeah, his backstory will not. You will. Yeah, they want us to like Negan right now. If they share his backstory, it's going to do the opposite.
But
But
you know
people
what?
also loved him when he first came on too. Not that I'm trying to counteract what you just said, but
What he does. I mean, of course they could totally change his backstory too. Maybe it's totally different. But
Well, if they did it now, that it would work because it's a good reminder of the shitheel he becomes. Meaning, it reminds you what he's done as you watch him grow. Because I think the show is going to also want you to feel what these people feel in tandem. Like, this shitheel is walking among us right now. And always in the back of their mind, they're like thinking Glenn, they're thinking Abraham, they're thinking all the people that died along the way. So it serves us to kind of see that also, to kind of be reminded in a fresh new way.
I feel like if it's going to happen, it's going to happen either episode 3 or 4. That's usually a good time for a backstory.
Or a web series. Why not?
They haven't done those in years, so I would like to see that.
Ain't no better time. Why not?
I'd be really curious how they are going to put a sympathetic spin on that.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, they changed who went on the
not gonna be
fight,
easy.
so it's totally possible.
I really hope they don't do it.
They did.
That's all I'm going to say.
I think if we were going to get a Negan backstory, it should have already happened. I mean, especially since we've already seen alphas.
Right.
So
Yeah.
now we'd be backtracking, I feel like.
Yes and no, because since Negan's kind of on this new path, they can kind of show, like, if they do put the spin on his backstory and make it more of a positive note, since he is starting to have this path of redemption, it could just switch it up on you.
This will be the first time in his life he's ever been a good guy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're saying post
That could play into it. No, I mean in his life.
in his life. Wow.
I don't read the
In
comments,
his life,
so I can't say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd assume that he had
Debug.
he'd been like a somewhat of a good guy during his life pre-apocalypse.
I mean, he worked with kids, but
Yeah. And
kind of an asshole then too.
and now he works with big
I don't
kids.
blame him.
He's like that coach you love to hate, basically. Wasn't he a
No.
coach?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
it was like basketball, I think, or no, he was a gym
Just a gym teacher, right?
teacher, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, like middle school.
who also coached, I think.
Yeah, like middle school,
Yeah.
junior high school, something like that. It wasn't like quite high
Yeah.
school. Yeah.
No, it was definitely teenagers, younger teenagers.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. They're gonna have to change his backstory if they want viewers to be sympathetic with him.
Yeah. Or not do it. Don't do it.
Or just don't show the backstory.
There's just so much more story that they have to get to, and that's the only reason. That's mostly the reason why I wouldn't do it. It's just unless it ties in somehow to current events.
Yes.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And Dave, you were saying you don't like backstory episodes, right?
No,
because it doesn't matter who they were.
Yeah.
In this instance, I will agree with you.
Yeah.
His past does not matter.
I'm not like a dude that says like, oh, the show should follow the rules and they should stick to canon, not break their own rules. I'm like, they broke it for Alpha, but for only to be like a Lydia story device, like to make you understand in quick fashion like who this person is or what Lydia's going through, why she switches over. But like the fact that they broke it for Abraham too is kind of interesting as well. But I think they did that because you would be afraid to think that Abraham was kind of like a one-note character, but really there was like a glacier beneath. Like you saw only this much, but there's like so much beneath the surface that you don't even know about.
Like for Alphas, as much as I didn't really like that episode, I feel like they had to do it. Kind of like how you explained, like why Lydia switched and like how Alpha became how she is. I feel like it was necessary as much as I did not enjoy the episode.
Yeah, there's got to be a reason to break that rule. And I think that the only way that they can get away with it is if you present Negan with a particular challenge in the present that will link to where he failed that challenge or he chose a different path in the past. And he gets a chance to kind of make that decision all over again.
Redemption.
And, well, less redemption, but more like you get the chance for a do-over. And so you better choose right. You know, that's the only way they can do anything related to that, in my opinion. Yeah. Otherwise, just don't do it. It's just we have what we need. We got enough.
I would like, you kind of mentioned this before about a web series. Even if they don't take the Negan route, I would like to see a web series. Maybe do like a web series as the prequel to the spinoff.
Oh, but the spinoff is going to be linked to Fear the Walking Dead, not The Walking Dead.
Okay, but I'm just saying a web series in general. Neither show has done it in years.
Oh, you're saying not necessarily about Negan.
No. I said that. I said that before.
Okay.
Even if it's not about Negan, just a web series in general, because those were fun to watch.
Maybe the web series it should be in honor of Alex's return to Fear the Walking Dead.
That's what I've been saying for years. I want to know what happens to Alex. Before they announced that the new show was going to be about kids that grew up in the apocalypse, I for sure thought it was going to be starring Alex.
I definitely think like
from the web series
462, Flight 462.
That I didn't watch.
You should. And then we see her in season 2,
and she shows up in the show. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it would be a good homage too. Like if they have these webisodes with Alex, and then they'll do it like once every season, and then at some point they'll meet up again and be like, my, fancy meeting you here.
Like, bitch, you left me.
Yeah. Looks like the shoe was on the other foot. Well, okay, what if Alex is Madison?
I knew this time.
No, I was going to say something else, but what if Alex is... I'm not going to say what if Alex is the big bad, but what if Alex is connected to somehow to this fuel situation?
That'd be really hard to pull that off now, just because they've changed locations so many times since we last saw Alex. Out of all the people in the world, they're just going to happen across paths.
Well, they're kind of stuck to the Southwest. I mean...
Yeah, but, when they last saw her, they were, like, in between California and Mexico.
Yeah.
And now they're in Texas.
California, Mexico, New Mexico, and then... Yeah.
So it'd be really hard.
Texas, right. Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe we'll see Heath.
I think Heath is appearing in the movies. From what my understanding is. Because they pretty much confirmed that Heath was picked up.
But wouldn't it be interesting if we did see if we see him also in Fear too, because of the whole Commonwealth link?
That'd be really cool.
Ooh, that would be also really interesting. Do you think it might be a little early considering the time that's passed, or no? It could just be enough time from the time he disappears on The Walking Dead, and
because he disappeared in the middle of 8, right?
Right.
Or the middle of 7.
Is the middle of
him
7.
and Tara are out on an outing, and then Denise dies while they're gone. So they're gone. He gets lost about the same time Denise dies.
Right. 7?
Because when Tara came back, it was season 7. Because when Tara came back, she found out the news about Denise.
Right.
I want to say it was 8 because season 7 was Bitch Rick, and season 8's when he came back.
Did you see Bitch Rick?
This is Bitch
I
Rick.
did.
Yeah. No,
I
it's
love that.
It's definitely not 8 because I remember everything from 8.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna Google it.
Okay, then
podcast.
it's very, very late in 7 because that was when they started. Like, they're like, all right, we've decided we're gonna fight back,
Right.
And so they actually go out and are
And they have a plan, and that plan doesn't work after a couple of episodes.
That always happens.
Yeah, funny that. Oh, Tom is saying, how's shipping at the merch store, Meg?
It's ridiculous.
We needed that. Okay.
Okay, so it was in. Let's see. It was in 2000, like November of 2016. So
it wasn't the first half.
Oh, it could be season 6 then.
Hang on, I'm almost there.
No. It's season 7. Season 7.
It was season 7.
Yeah.
It
was November 27th, 2016.
It was the beginning of season 7.
Yeah, because that was the episode Swear, and that was when she encountered the Oceanside.
Yes.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. Okay, so they were out just getting stuff for Negan then. It wasn't fighting back. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, not yet.
Bitch Rick.
Not yet. Bitch Rick. Yeah, it was Bitch Rick season.
Bitch Rick version 1.
Wasn't every season Bitch Rick season?
Oh, 7 was bad.
Oh,
He was
no.
mega Bitch
7
Rick.
was the worst.
5 was Bratty Rick.
Yeah. 6 was Dick Rick. When they get to Alexandria, he turns into a dick.
Well, that was 5 too.
Yeah, because
I don't get my way. I can't get with the girl. I'm a little bitch. I'm thinking to kick me out of Alexandria.
Kapong.
I can go all day on this. I don't like Rick. So.
Oh my god! I just saw that bug go across your camera. Right?
Yeah.
That thing. What is that?
It's a fly.
It's a fly.
It's a little
just a
bitch
fly.
fly. Wait, what if
Big
it's,
ass
what if
fly.
it's Madison?
What if it's Madison?
Okay,
It's
well
gonna
then
get
I will
old
kill
really
Madison.
quick. No, we moved on. Obviously, the evidence didn't bear out. Okay, so I kind of want to talk about sneak peeks because I think that's really all that's left. It appears that episode 9, when we get back from the break, is going to be kind of like they frame it as The Office, but I wanted to call it a post-apocalyptic Parks and Rec.
Oh,
That's a good way
I'm
of
gonna
putting
get
it.
such a headache during this episode. Seriously,
It's gonna be like watching Cloverfield all over
or
again.
Blair Witch Project. If you're old,
Yeah.
Well, I think
Wait,
Well, no,
old.
I like Cloverfield better. I've seen Blair Witch. Thank you.
Cloverfield
I
didn't
was
give me a
11.
headache. That I was okay during Cloverfield, but Blair Witch was awful.
Oh,
I had a
yeah.
headache
Really
for 2
well.
hours.
Yeah, I hear you.
So just take something before watching it.
But I think like the
Dramamine.
I think the Office like cuts though will kind of serve to kind of ground you a little bit too, like give you a little break from the shaky cam.
I
Yeah.
like that Fear isn't afraid of taking these sort of risks. I really like that.
Thank you. I've been saying this the whole episode. Take
Between
chances.
the cool music, the type of shots they're doing, the outrageous storylines that regular Walking Dead would never dare. I mean,
San
hot air
Antonio
balloon,
split.
San Antonio split. They would never. Regular Walking Dead would never try these shots and these scenes. So I applaud Fear for, trying out new stuff.
Yeah. Again,
I mean, they have their own, unrealistic things. Spencer and the tightrope comes to mind.
That's interesting.
Like, what?
Yeah, that was pretty.
See,
out there.
How did you think that would work?
I think they didn't go hard enough, right? Like
feel
that's like
that,
an
yeah.
example of it's flimsy in real life. That could be
Spencer
something.
and the tightrope is right up there with that went better in my head. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's not a hot air balloon.
thank God.
I wish you would have
No.
thought of that.
Yeah.
And then you could still laugh at him, but at least like if it worked or almost worked, like you'd be like props. But TWD can't get away with that.
No, never.
It's not a comic book. Like for all the, you know what? And I think it's because of their humble beginnings. Like when you look at TWD, you could see that some scenes were geared or they tried to kind of make it look a little comic booky, but they didn't quite get there. And I think fans latched on to the fact that this was a human story about human people suffering human foibles. And like, and like they couldn't shy away from that, I think. And so I think Fear was their chance to kind of be like, what if this was a comic book? let's bring a hot air balloon into this shit. See what happens. And you could just see in your head that frame of them doing the San Antonio split, like the close-up shot of hitting the axe and it splitting. That's what I think of. You know, the hot air balloon in the distance, like, holy shit, it's a panel out of a comic book.
Ping.
Exactly. All of this is like comic book friendly. Alicia with a propeller, like kapong, like fuck.
Yeah.
Right? The sword that she uses. Exactly. Every move is like I can see the wham, I can see the pow. You know?
Now I'm just picturing like Adam West era Batman.
Exactly. Why do you think they put that in there? The golden age of comics. Anyway, so we'll dance some more.
And on that note.
Yeah, okay, no, that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I want to keep in mind one thing. If you are on YouTube or on Facebook, just hit up that like button. Hit us up in the comments like Tom has. He's been dominating. He's been destroying on Facebook.
Yes,
I'm ashamed of all of you who haven't. So I think you should do that. Leave a comment on Instagram or Facebook, etc. Leave a review in the iTunes or Stitcher podcast platforms. It really does help us with visibility. Besides that, shop the merch store. The shipping is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Unless you get it on sale.
Yeah, unless you get it on sale. And then
that's what I did.
The shipping is still ridiculous, but it kind of equals out.
But it's almost like the shipping is free. Almost.
Yeah.
So it's not so ridiculous.
And just to advise you on the next episode, we will be trying to broadcast live on Thursday night. It's not confirmed, but I will let you guys know. Once it is, we'll put it in stone. If you are on YouTube, you will get a notification. I will be putting that up right away, so you get the notification for Thursday night. Same with Facebook, but assuming that we all get in on time and start, it should be about that time. We'll keep you posted. In the meantime, that episode is going to be centered on the SDCC content that came out, the new cast that's come out. We're going to do a lot of research and hopefully wow you, assuming we all have time on this, to do this. And that's pretty much it. So with that, does anybody else have anything else to say? Like to bring up, follow Meg the Geek at Meg the Geek at Instagram and everywhere else. Rachel is CosmoMom09 on Instagram, CosmoMommy09 on Twitter, and on Facebook, just look for Rachel Burt, AEL.
Donate to her cause, enter my contest.
Exactly. Enter her contest, and me, just be my friend.
No.
You quit me being my friend? Are you Madison?
No, I just do this.
Yeah, you just
Meg is Madison.
Yeah, Meg is Madison. All right. Thank you guys for coming.
I used to be blonde, so.
Wait, is that for real?
Yeah.
What?
I was like 19 and I went blonde.
Oh, okay.
Didn't everybody used to be blonde?
Probably.
I feel like at some point in everybody's life, they've bleached their hair.
Yeah, we've gone blonde. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that golden thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Basically what you have rocking right now. Yeah.
See, there you go.
Yeah. Look kind of like that, too. No, it didn't. Anyway, with that, we'll be seeing you in a couple days. So get psyched and bring your facts to the table because we're going to need you on the live chat.
God, a 6-person chat, hopefully.
Yeah. Voltron plus another person.
That'll be insane.
That's going to be awesome. We'll see you there. Thanks, Tom. And thanks, Wilani. MVPs for life.
Bye.
Hey, and you and me, we're a perfect family. We're the Nick.
My friend Jessica was on earlier. I was going to say hi, but I didn't get a chance.
But they were like,
and my friend Jenny. Two of my friends were watching tonight.
What were they watching on?